Hello, everybody. Welcome to Super Gamekast 2 HD Remix.
Yep. Well, not yet.
Not
One
yet.
day.
One day.
We can't say HD remix until we start getting our HD cameras involved.
Yeah, until we start 4K and that. So honestly, if you want the most HD stream footage, or eventually I'm gonna be up there, so might as well.
Yeah.
What we'll probably do is a cam buddy. For those of you who don't stream or don't follow nerdy audio and video equipment, which is I'm sure most of you have lives unlike us. What a cam buddy is allows you to hook a camcorder or a video camera into a computer via USB, and it makes it think it's a webcam. So you can get camcorder level footage off of a webcam feed.
Interesting.
It's what a lot of full-time streamers run.
Okay.
Especially people who just really care about quality, like Maximilian over on the fighting game community and shit.
Right.
If you're looking for a good budget webcam, then you want the Logitech 920. If you're looking for a good budget webcam who will help you with your lighting at the same time, the Razer Kiyo.
Okay.
So, anyway, hey
This
man.
has been your camera tech minute with Bronson Fiore, host of Super Gamecast 2.
Yep, and Two Roomy stream.
And Two Ruby stream.
Yep,
on Twitch.
I did a lot of camera shopping last year.
I bet.
I was like, all right, what's under $100? What is the best possible option? And for our situation, it was a Logitech 920 because we're capturing almost an entire room,
right?
Versus most streamers, which the Razer Kiyo, the footage isn't as good, but the fact that it comes with a built-in ring light.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's a fucking big deal. Yeah, I realized that when I solo stream, is I'm like, fuck, I might want to buy one of those.
Right.
So yeah, it's been another week. Another week has happened.
A week has happened.
We played some games.
Yeah, I think I did.
But that doesn't matter because China.
China don't care.
China don't give a fuck. Except
I mean, maybe it gives too many fucks.
They really fucking hate Winnie the Pooh, man.
That's been the part I've hated most about this is Pooh is such a fantastic character. He's chill. He just wants to hang out.
There's a Facebook thing that I've been invited to 30 times because everyone knows I love Blizzard.
Okay.
Blizzard shill here, I guess. Because I have books and I have multiple clothing from different Blizzard franchises, and it's probably the company that outside of Nintendo, it's the company that's affected me most.
Yeah.
And
it's no secret.
Yeah, and it's come to BlizzCon wearing a Winnie the Pooh outfit. And it's they're trying to get as many people to show up inside the convention and outside the convention in a Winnie the Pooh outfit.
Sure.
Which, that is probably the best protest idea I have ever heard.
It's a good one.
Because, it's non-violent. It's not even loud.
Nope.
But it says everything it fucking needs to say.
Exactly.
And if you bought your ticket to BlizzCon, you can't get it refunded. So fuck it. Go have a good time. But send a message.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the best ways I could imagine.
Because, if you're in a Q&A and the entire audience is Winnie the fucking Pooh.
That'd be so funny. Winnie the Pooh in May.
Oh, God. Oh, there's going to be so many protesters. So many protesters. And there was some more news about that this week.
Of course. All right.
So we're going to open up with Blizzard news. There's 3 chunks of it. I want to talk about the heel turn stuff first. Because I'm gonna call out my Twitter feed for a quick minute.
Okay.
Alright, there's been a bunch of leaked news from guys who normally hit it out of the park. This was a leaked fucking page ad from a from GameStar, a German gaming magazine. It's a Diablo art book. It says the art of Diablo 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then it has
All right.
And then, like, Twitch streamer Metro, who has leaked multiple Blizzard things before, says we need Diablo 4, a remaster of Diablo 2, and a potential reveal of Overwatch 2. He has a track record of leaking Blizzard and Overwatch news after he revealed Ash a week before the BlizzCon announcement last year.
All right.
He says his source is someone tied directly to a Blizzard dev, and notes that this year, BlizzCon, after a short cinematic featuring Mei, Tracer, and Winston, and a younger Genji, he has the potential sequel include both PvE and PvP, new leveling changes to certain abilities for each hero. For example, there will be an upgrade/charge to Tracer's Pulse Bomb that makes it so you can stick it to all opponents close to the target, and all targets around her will be stuck. And also, a report earlier this year suggests the StarCraft first-person shooter was canceled so more people could work on Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2. BlizzCon opens its doors on November 1st. Hopefully, the company hopes to ship focus to this after banning a Hearthstone player, and then partially rescinding the punishment. And then, a bunch of American University pro players in their college Blizzard Hearthstone League, who protested in solidarity during their matches, got banned for 6 months as well.
Right. Yep.
So a protest is due to take place the first day of BlizzCon, and I'm going to pull that up now.
Okay.
Yep. Dear Lord. So they interviewed, Wai Chung, Blitzchung, after he spoke out about Hong Kong. Blizzard abruptly canceled their Overwatch launch event for the Switch.
Yep.
Not stating reasons. Mm-hmm. Which, man, do you know? And that was at the Nintendo World Store. So Nintendo had to go there and be like, you are fucking canceling this. You are fucking canceling this shit immediately. You are not saying it is our fault, or we are going to burn this bridge so fast.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Like, yeah, how do you go about that? Like, I'm sure we have our idea of what we would do if we were in that position, but like, what do you think? Who do you think came to who first?
Who's the name of the current president of Nintendo? I forget his name.
Oh Lord, I don't. He's not as.
I know there. The Nintendo one is Doug Bowser.
The American one, yeah.
Yeah. Shintaro Furukawa. I just like to think that motherfucker just kicked open a door at Blizzard and was like, you. It's just like, that's what I want to think happened. Just like it just demanded, we are not involved with this shit.
Because has Nintendo taken a position on any of this?
No, Nintendo never takes a position on anything because they have a fucking image to maintain.
Well, I know, but they're also a business. Has China made any moves there with any of their games?
No, because they Nintendo's games don't really play to a lot of the Chinese audience. And also, I think Nintendo doesn't give a shit about the Chinese audience either, because they know where their bread is buttered.
Right.
It's how Nintendo doesn't do well in Europe either, and Nintendo Nintendo does some cool shit for Europe, but you can tell their focus is very much on America and Japan.
Right.
In fact, until 4 years ago, you would almost say it was entirely focused on Japan.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Nintendo has such a image to maintain that they have to be like Disney. They're like, what's politics?
Well, I don't know. Disney took a stance on some of that stuff too. With again, not like a stance. I don't mean that as a public. We chose this side, but business stuff. Disney did that, but I don't think Nintendo's even done anything. At least in public, business wise.
They just have shit manufactured there. That's it, I think.
Well,
to my knowledge.
Yeah. Right.
Which, I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
And most of that shit's moving to Taiwan because of our lovely trade tariffs we're putting in.
Well, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess I haven't read too much news surrounding that whole development between Nintendo and Blizzard, but it just seems very interesting. Like, yeah, Nintendo would obviously be best positioned if they just found a way to like, nope, we're not doing this. I don't want to even have to entertain this question because who knows what could result, like whether it will impact sales.
Because we're
in
Nintendo,
any way.
fuck you. That's
also we're Nintendo, but
yeah, like I'm telling you, what happened is PR from Nintendo immediately called Blizzard the day, even probably hours after this shit got out, and was like, "Hey, we gotta talk."
Oh, you know what? You're right. Nintendo probably would have been the first person because they're the ones that are going to be It's going to be their name in front of this store that's going to be holding this Blizzard event where there's clearly going to be someone protesting.
Yeah.
And it's going to there's going to be pictures of it. It's going to be in the news. And Nintendo's going to be like, we were just hosting it. We just had the building. It's the Switch. Everyone likes the Switch.
I'm telling you, Doug Bowser somewhere was just like, they fucking what? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a real good E3 thing this year. Probably one of the better parts of a really mediocre E3.
Well, it had to be done.
But they actually had to explain that joke to Japan.
They did, yeah. They saw that they explained it. It was like, yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
So,
okay, so yeah, the Nintendo Blizzard thing happened.
Yeah, and then I want to call out some of the people on my fucking Twitter, and like in my personal life that I happen to know.
Okay.
Who are all, and some people who are sticking to their guns. Like Quinn, totally sticking to his guns. He's just like, fuck no, I'm gonna go play Destiny now.
Sure.
But once again, I'm just saying, wait for this to blow over and Diablo 4 to come out.
Well, so so here, first get through this, and then I want to talk about like BlizzCon and that. Yeah.
Let's fucking first week. I can't believe Blizzard did this when they've been so much about diversity, etc., etc. Week later, hashtag boycott Blizzard. Week later, oh man, I cannot wait to get all the new Overwatch skins, Halloween skins.
Yep.
Just it's been a week, people.
Yep.
It's been like a week and a half at that point. Sorry.
Right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I have a response to this, but I'll wait. I don't know if you have other people to call out, or if that was just a general. That's
the general summary. That is an actual person who did that, though.
So to summarize what the conclusion that I came to from when we talked about this last week is that there's two ways you can go about it. I guess technically there's three ways, but two ways you can go about it is either you just stop giving Blizzard money, take it, move it somewhere else, or continue playing and speak up about it, whether it be through social media or even in game.
No, absolutely.
Maybe you just main May.
Every match, 6 May, 6-on-6 May. Just like
I don't know. I wonder how that game goes.
The pick rate for May just goes way, way up.
Probably ticked up at least.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's actually a way to determine if a character is broken. Like if a patch comes out and a character's pick rate gets really high.
Yeah.
Because you can't go off their win rate because there's so many circumstances involved.
Yep.
But if their pick rate's really high, that means people keep picking them. Probably means they're really good.
Right. Huh.
So, yeah, no, I was, I was just like shocked at that. And here's the thing: I didn't pay for the virtual ticket this year. I'm still probably gonna play WoW because, I think that as my Twitter feed just almost disgustingly so proved me right.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it, Twitter! You fucking at least give me more than a week to disappoint me.
Well, so that's the thing is there are things like World of Warcraft where you have a community that you're a part of, you meet with friends every week or something like that to do something like that, and for an MMO kind of setup, or if you're an Overwatch esports person or StarCraft or whatever, I get it.
Yeah, I get it. You're the people who are playing you're the people who play Diablo 3 every season. You're the people who play Hearthstone every season, or whatever it is.
Like, yeah, obviously, the ideal solution is to not give them any money at all. But I understand, when you're someone who plays video games a lot and that's your primary hobby and that's where your friends around, it's hard. But
and then
try not to give them more money than you have to.
And when it's your primary game too.
Right, when it's your primary game. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things where I get it, because there was totally a point where me and 5 other dudes were just here's the storm every night for 3 nights a week for 2 years. And
I believe you've given them money because you wanted to reward them for this game that you enjoyed.
Yeah, it was a free.
And they made some cool skins.
Yeah, I remember 2 years ago on my birthday, Deathwing Diva came out, and I was just well, here, take the $10. Take it. I need this.
Right.
Yeah. There's definitely been stuff like that, or characters that I find really fun to play, and I'm just oh well, fuck yeah. You know. But yeah, and I know that my WoW guild hasn't slowed down at all. No bump in participation, no one in guild chat being da 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 da. Everyone's still playing WoW Classic. It's barely affected my friends list at all on there.
Right.
So I don't know. Just based off anecdotal evidence, at least, I don't know how much there is to really say in regards to that. I
don't know. There'll definitely be a protest presence at BlizzCon. There will definitely be continued backlash over this, but it is seeing people going back on what they called out to be rightfully called out to be a wrong move by Blizzard, and just kind of gross. But it's are you going to stick to it? Because let me tell you, BlizzCon's going to be a big test.
Because let me tell you, boy, a lot of people are looking forward to Diablo 4. And their Overwatch 2 is probably the most popular game of one of, if not the most popular game of the past 5 years.
Yes.
And World of Warcraft is getting another expansion.
Yep.
And that always gets people to come back, no matter what.
Yep.
And on top of all that, there's probably going to be, we're getting a Diablo 2 remaster along with the Warcraft 3 one. And that's pretty neat. And every Blizzard fan has something this year that they can look forward to. And it's going to be a real test of okay, can you put your money where your mouth is and not play anything?
Yeah, right. It's going to be very difficult.
And if my Twitter feed has proved me anything, I guarantee you that I'm going to log on next year or whenever the hell D4 comes out, and it's going to be all 113 people are on playing Diablo. What a surprise.
Yep. And that may be what Blizzard's counting on. This is also a last chance for Blizzard to they have been writing an opening statement since this blew up.
They have to open BlizzCon this has to be the best BlizzCon ever.
They got to get They got to get Bobby Kotick. They got to roll up his sleeves, sit on the front stage in a backwards chair, and say, "Hey guys, let's rap." And have a good heart to heart.
I think that they need to get someone who retired in the past year to come out there and be no, look, it's okay. I don't know, man. I know he's only been retired for a year, but I think they have to go to Chris Metzen and please be Master of Ceremonies. Please, you always did a good job. The crowd likes you. You've been involved with most of the good stuff. Ideally, this is what... I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Okay. They're going to announce all this stuff. 90% of this is going to blow over. Especially for the hardcore people who are there. And we're going to get a new Warcraft expansion. We're going to get more of a roadmap for World of Warcraft Classic. We're going to be getting... I don't know what we're getting for StarCraft, in all honesty. D4 and D2 remastered. Hearthstone will get its 3rd expansion of the year, whatever the hell it is. Heroes will get a new hero, maybe a new map, if we're lucky. Overwatch will get Overwatch 2, and then we'll get Warcraft 3 Reforged will have a release date. And then that will be a hell of a BlizzCon, and 2, it'll get people to shut up for a while. Unfortunately.
That's the thing is it comes down to, I have to imagine that they have to address it at some point. And because if they don't address it, it might work, and they just say this is about the games, and then people forget about it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to. They're gonna go to the Microsoft E3 2013 playbook, where after the hour of the reveal of sports, TV, sports, they did 90 minutes of all games.
Yeah,
and then fucked themselves over in the Q&As after. Sad to say.
Do you think they even have Q&As?
Oh, BlizzCon?
Yeah.
I mean, in the past, they always did.
Sure.
Do they this year?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, they have to be heavily moderated, right? Like, BlizzCon has always screened questions, but shit always sneaks through. So
that's the thing. Yeah, it's going to sneak through if they open it up to people.
I would love it if someone else went up there and just so is this another early April Fool's joke? Just
keep it going.
Bunch of dudes with nightsticks just come out and beat it.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, fuck, dude. I don't.
They can't keep saying what they've been saying because that's what's pissing people off.
Well, so here's the thing. This is the real test, and I would love if you are a Blizzard esports person, please get on this because I'm about 13 years removed from the last time I was a top something in a Blizzard game. I was a top 100 raider back in Classic. So, 13 years removed, basically. So, please go out and say something that, be yeah, gay rights. Or, yeah, trans rights. Or, yeah, something that tends to be, really positive. That their company has embraced, at least.
And or, popular with the general audience, yeah.
Yeah, and then... If they get a 6-month ban, I'll be all right, fine, it's fair. All right,
test it.
You're fucking that. You know what? They're backing up their fucking policy. Fine.
I think I think that will be with a grain of salt because of course this is happening after the stating of the system. But
yeah, but I mean, all right, fine. If this is the system that you're gonna make your esports play by, okay.
Then fine. If yeah.
All right, fine. But if you let some dude come out and be trans rights, and all right, cool, let him go. Then that's where it's gonna be oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. If we're gonna do this, let's test it.
I really enjoyed
the system.
I really enjoyed the 3 different responses we got. One from League, which is it's League of Legends 10th anniversary, and you esports players better not say shit. And then Todd Sweeney. It's Todd or is it Tim? Tim, right?
Oh God, I think it's Todd Sweeney.
Hold on, I want to say it's Todd Sweeney. We're gonna look like Jack.
Tim Sweeney, game developer.
Yeah, Tim Sweeney. Okay, so
Todd Sweeney, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Same guy.
Cool. All right.
Same guy.
Oh, Sweeney Todd. Sorry.
Yeah, Tim Sweeney. He is the founder of Epic Games, CEO, creator of the Unreal Engine. He worked with Cliffy B for a long time. And he owns 60% of the company. another 30% of it is owned by a Chinese company, and he came out and he's like, as long as I am CEO and own the majority mistake of this company, you Fortnite pros can say whatever the fuck you want. And I'm like, you know what? Props to that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, what the fuck? Like, he has the majority stake in the company. If he wanted to, he could go tell Tencent, okay.
That's another thing that's worth testing.
But also, Tencent hates the Chinese government as much as we do because due to their policies, Tencent can't make as much money. I assure you,
really?
Tencent is no fan of the Chinese government.
Mm.
They are probably not like if you went in there and were like Murica and got like our system in there, Tencent would be fucking so happy.
Where's Tencent's headquarters?
China, I forget where, but I don't think it's Beijing.
You think Beijing?
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. We have the internet at our fingertips.
Yep. People can see it if they're watching this on the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
Public company. Founded 1998. Headquarters. Binhai Mansion in the Nanshan district in Shenzhen, China.
Okay.
They are a worldwide company. They have their hands in most let's put it this way: they have their hands in like Elite Dangerous and Roller Coaster Tycoon and Blizzard and Lego and yeah.
They have their hands in both Fortnite and PUBG.
Yeah. I'll tell you what Tencent cares about: money.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they signed a $700 million deal with the NBA to bring basketball to China. They
Tencent did?
Yeah. Like yeah. This is in 2015 apparently. Yeah, video games, entire thing on it. I mean, they own Riot Games.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing that's part of their League of Legends thing earlier this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, you ain't saying shit. like I like to think that just like somebody came to like one of those League gamer houses with like a taser and like, alright, what do you say at the tournament? Fucking, yeah, good game. Mm-hmm. Talk about the game.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say shit about China.
Good luck, have fun.
Booyah.
Good luck, have fun.
Booyah. It means no thank you in Chinese.
Oh, okay, well.
I say no that because I have a friend of mine who went to China, and street vendors would always harass her. So like you learn that phrase very quickly.
Huh.
It's booyah, booyah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. That's so. I love that. I love the. Oh, and then of course, the U.S. government had to get involved.
Yeah.
So the U.S. government, bipartisan, by the way.
Uh-huh.
A letter from Senator Ron Wyden, co-signed by Democrat of Oregon, Marco Rubio, Republican of Florida, House Reps Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat of New York, Mike Gallagher, Republican of Wisconsin, Tom Malinowski, Democrat of New Jersey, October 18th, to reverse their punishment against Blitzchung. You read the full letter below. Oh, do you want me to read it? No,
no, we don't have to. But...
I'll scroll and we'll keep talking.
Sure.
So they can read it if they want to.
I
love this. I love this so much. How it's so bad that
it's so bad that like a country as divided as this right now is like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, like a country that like here's the thing. I the way my politics go, for anyone who wants to know them, I would say I'm a slightly left-leaning libertarian. Is the best way I could put that.
Okay.
Like, I'm slightly left of libertarian. And on a political spectrum.
Sure.
And, like, everyone you can think of, like, my entire feed, from the most hardcore Republicans to the most hardcore Democrats, were like, wow, fuck you, Blizzard.
Right?
Like, that's one thing I love about America, is, like, we'll fight and argue and fucking hate each other until there's a common enemy, and then no one stands together like fucking Americans when there's a common enemy.
Oh, it's so weird.
Like, it's such a fucking beautiful tribalist bullshit thing, and I love it. It's just like you'll see like 2, 3, 4 Americans just all arguing, and then someone will be like, "Fuck America," and then just like all 4 of them just turn. And it's like, what the fuck do you say about America?
It's it's one moment out of a billion, but it's that one moment. It's like there's hope.
Yeah, like it's like when 9/11 happened, right? Like the whole country was just like, we stand as one.
Ah, shit. I mean, yeah, that fell apart soon after, but
yeah, that fell apart because our terrible government representatives decided to use it to abuse their power.
There was a few things that happened.
Yeah, that's
freedom fries
instead of French fries.
Remember freedom fries?
Yeah, because the French didn't want to get involved in that until they did.
Oh
god, I actually saw a thing of President Trump where like someone in France was interviewing him, where he's like, it's a very brief interview. This woman, like, he's basically asked him as this guy, he's walking to his plane, and she's like, "Mr. Trump, unemployment rate is very high in France. It's very low in America. Why do you think that is?" It's like, and his response is just, "I don't know, maybe your president just isn't as good." And I'm just like, oh my god.
Of course he would. Of course that's his answer. Oh my god. Whatever. I mean, there are things to say about France as well, but there's we're not informed enough, or anyway.
Like, I'm so split on this presidency. Because, like...
Really?
Yeah, because, like... It's literally if someone, like, took the Joker and made him mentally handicapped and turned him into the president. And that's what happened.
I mean, the good thing I'm taking out of it is, like, all of the bullshit that we talked about for years is kind of out in the open now, and we still have yet to figure out how to deal with it, but at least it's out there.
Yeah, like, I love this so much because it's just like, he's awful. He's so awful.
Mm-hmm.
But he's so honest about it.
Like, right. It's weird. It's weird.
It's just like, like, just every morning, like, I read the news, and, like, like, for every good decision, like, he makes, there's, like, 4 really bad or, like, just strange ones. But I'm just like, but, like, you see shit like that, and you're just like, oh, God, what the hell is happening?
Well, that's what's been the weirdest thing about the last few years, is that's just like, I don't know what's happened. I love reading posts on the internet where it's like, maybe it did end in 2012. Maybe they were right.
Maybe they were right.
And, like, the rocks started, the snowball started rolling down the hill then, and now we're here. Maybe that's what's going on. It all ended when the Cubs won the World Series. That's what did it. Fucking Cubs.
So, yeah, that's what caused the world to end.
Did you happen to see the Joker movie, by the way?
Not yet, no.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, like, I mean, things have gotten a lot weirder since 2012, man.
Dude.
Like, maybe the world wasn't going to end in 2012. They didn't mean it was going to end then. They meant it's gonna start then.
Exactly. That's what I think everyone's starting to realize. Like maybe that's what they meant.
Like, oh, that's when it starts. God.
Okay. Well. Ooh.
Yeah. So
anyway, BlizzCon's coming. When's that?
That is November 2nd and 3rd.
Alright.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm debating. Like last week, I said I wasn't going to pay for the virtual ticket, but all this bullshit has kind of made me want to. Just to see the burning nightmare.
To watch it.
But I know someone will post on the internet, right? Like.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is they'll at least post the highlights, but it's always anyway.
Yeah,
there'll be live streams.
I'm sure there will be.
I got a couple questions about just things that you mentioned at BlizzCon, really quick.
Okay.
Why do we need an Overwatch 2?
People want a campaign for that game.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
So I imagine the multiplayer wouldn't be too much different.
Yeah, like I imagine they'll probably just make some of the tweaks to the multiplayer that I mentioned, and then from there just leave it be.
Okay. And then, really, a StarCraft shooter?
That got canceled.
I know that got canceled, but like, I just feel like the StarCraft people are not wanting that.
I think that StarCraft's universe could support like another type of game, though.
That's true. Maybe I don't know. StarCraft 2, I think, is still raking in quite a bit of tournament money. So maybe they don't need to make another real-time strategy StarCraft game, but they do have an IP that they could work with.
Yeah, I definitely think that's part of it. That is a big piece of like this is an IP they can use and still
get people who are not into real-time strategy but could be into the StarCraft universe.
Yeah, because StarCraft has a cool universe. It's just that that's not necessarily what you want to play a lot of the time. Like especially nowadays, like I bet like most people don't even know what a real-time strategy game is nowadays.
Well, because beyond StarCraft 2, what are the
Age of Empires remastered?
I still have not played an Age of Empires game.
There's free on Xbox
I hear there are a couple
beta.
good ones. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Days.
Yeah, so...
yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, here's hoping it turns out. This one's going to be quick because I mentioned it briefly. League of Legends fighting game Project L is officially confirmed.
Okay.
So the release date isn't coming anytime soon, according to designer of Project L and co-founder of Evo, Tom Cannon. They revealed it during Riot's 10th anniversary stream. Also said making fighting games is really, really tough. The game to make it this while trying to make something that we really think is cool. We have a long way to go. We're going dark for a while after this, so please don't expect anything soon. They haven't officially announced a roster between different snippets of footage they showed. The league cast is out in force. Ahari, Katarina, Jinx, and Darius are all present. With 150 champions in the league, the character pool options are deep.
Yep.
It's most likely going to be a 2.5D fighter. Let's see, short bits of gameplay we got to see with UI present, a lot of usual fighting game elements, health bars, EX/super gauge, round timer, counter combos, etc. Riot specifically bought Tom Cannon's company, Radiant Entertainment, because Cannon was working on a game called Rising Thunder, which was a fighting game with one-button supers.
Oh.
To make it more accessible to new players.
Yeah.
So yeah. And that's
okay.
That's basically it. They also got I believe Seth Killian works over at Riot, right?
Oh God, I don't know. You have to use your internet box.
My internet box.
Your internet box.
Seth Killian. Former lead designer at Sony Santa Monica. Final boss of Dive Kick. Yeah, so he together with Tom and Tony Cannon joined Riot in 2016. So he's out there too. So, so from what very little footage we got to see of this, it looks like it kind of looked like Street Fighter 4, which that was Seth Killian's baby. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
Hey, you know what? Street Fighter 4 is a hell of a game.
Yeah, if they could make the roster just as interesting, I'd be down.
Yep.
Also, apparently, Riot is doing a shooter as well.
Oh.
So we'll see how that goes.
No details on that.
Yeah, they're also doing a card game.
Man, okay, so they're trying to do the whole. They're trying to go Blizzard.
They are trying to be esports.
I see. Well, there's money there.
Esports.
So
I mean, to be fair, they are. I would say they are the father of the modern esports.
You know that? Yeah, you're right. StarCraft
is the granddaddy, along with Counter-Strike.
Right.
But this is the regular daddy. This is...
Yeah.
I remember, because I remember being just fucking stunned. The second PAX I went to, League statues everywhere, World Championships ate up the entire floor. And I was like, how this many people are playing this fucking game? This game sucks.
Have we detailed our opinions between League of Legends and Dota 2 on this podcast yet?
No, I don't think we have.
You've talked about Heroes of the Storm a bit.
I love Heroes of the Storm because it takes League and trims out all the bullshit.
I literally do not know the difference between the three of them.
Okay, yeah, I can give you a rundown. So, Heroes matches are about 20 to 25 minutes. Leagues are about 40. Dota 2s are about an hour to an hour and 10.
Damn.
Dota is a slower game. They have something known as last hit, where if you get the last hit, you get more gold. There's more resources to manage. There's more stuff with the team and the map going on all at once. There's more item builds to buy. It's just it is the deepest of deepest pits out of all of them. It's also probably the hardest to play and learn, in my opinion. Because
it's building off the mod from years and years ago.
Exactly. And then League has a lot of that stuff, but a lot of that stuff is streamlined. Like, in my opinion, most characters have maybe 1 to 2 item builds that matter.
Okay.
And the rest are just cookie cutter or useless.
Right, because there's an item list. There's a shopping list.
Yep. And then I think that the characters are very unoriginal because, they literally just kind of copied shit that was in Dota 1.
Sure.
And I just think that it doesn't do enough to streamline Dota. So it just feels like I'm playing, special needs Dota.
But I assume this is coming from someone who played Dota before League came out.
Yes, I played quite a bit of Dota 1.
And so I imagine people who would be open to Dota but were exposed to League first latched on in a big way.
Right. And then they play League, or then they play Dota 2, and it's scary.
Right.
Because it is.
Yeah.
I played Dota 2 for the first time in ages at Jared's birthday party, and me not getting wrecked was me going 0-3.
Ah.
Okay, because that's how bad. And in Dota, if you do really well, solo performance, you can carry an entire team by yourself. Ew. If you just snowball it hard enough, you totally can. League, you can to an extent. Heroes, that almost never happens. And here's the thing: Heroes is the most different of the three, by far. Because one, you don't level individually; you level as a team. So that means if one person's sandbagging, they're not useless. You'd also send one person off to do weird shit, like farm XP for your whole team, for example.
Okay.
For example, there's a character called Abathur, who just his actual body just sits at base or hides somewhere, and then he sends little minions out to go do his job, which is mostly just killing creep to get experience till he can summon a giant monster, and that giant monster needs to eat a bunch of creep to become a giant killing machine.
Okay.
So Heroes is a lot more focused on the team fight.
Yeah.
Because like in League and Dota, you won't be in a team fight for up to 10, 20 minutes. In Heroes, you are literally in a team fight in most games within 30 seconds. That's one aspect I like. It's more actiony. I think they do more to make the heroes interesting. Like, they have, for example, Cho'Gall, which is one character played by two people.
Right. I've seen that character, that's crazy to me.
Or they have, like, the Lost Viking, which is three characters controlled by one person.
Okay.
Or they have, like, you know, like, even just, like, dumb, weird mechanical stuff that if you put it in League, it would be broken. Like, Sylvanas can shut down towers. Like, she can shut down a tower she's shooting at.
Damn.
Or, like, you know, like, there's just so much shit that would be, like, if you put it into League or Dota, it would be broken. But in, like, this is like the Marvel vs. Capcom of MOBAs. Or the Smash, actually, the Smash of MOBAs is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a bunch of characters you probably know and love if you followed Blizzard at all. And it's just, hey... Oh, another thing I like about Heroes is different maps. Because League and Dota, it's the same map over and over and over and over and over.
Right.
Versus Heroes has different maps with different map objectives. So it's not always, go out, go farm your shit, come get your items, go do this.
Going back to you being the Blizzard Arbiter, Heroes of the Storm was the MOBA I played most. And man, I loved the rotating maps and the different objectives. I thought that was a cool idea.
I like that. I love the talent list instead of the store.
Yes.
I thought that was a great idea.
I hate the stores. I that's one aspect of MOBAs I cannot stand.
It's super over. Like, even with, like, Dota in the game has build guides. And even with the build guide, I feel like, am I earning enough money? Am I getting my shit on time? Am I, you know, like, versus like this where it's like, you're level 10. Which ultimate do you want? This one creates a giant fireball. This one summons a phoenix.
Right.
You know, like...
Fine.
You know... And I like how you can... You know, and some talent paths are obvious.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like, oh, man. I've noticed I picked these... Like, the third row of talents for Medivh is all about making his portals better. So that's obviously a build, right?
Right. Yep.
You know, but, like, some are, like, you can mix and match... And, like, some, like, it's a lot more fun system, and I feel the choice matters more. Because when I go to make a choice in League or even Dota, okay, I bought the speed boots, I go faster. It doesn't feel like I go faster, but I go faster.
Huh.
Versus in, like, Heroes, where it's like, okay, I'm picking Varian's level 7 talent. I can either block all damage with my parry, or I can heal every time I do damage.
Interesting.
Like, that's a big choice for that character.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's, like, which is why I was like, which is what my argument was, like, there are less choices overall, but the choices you make are more meaningful.
Right.
Like, your ultimate in a Heroes game is more important than almost any item choice you make in a game of League or Dota.
Yeah.
You know, like, the difference between Pyroblast, basically delete someone in the enemy team's back row, or Phoenix, basically zone out an area for 10 seconds. Those are two very big plays you can make, and a very big choice to choose. You know. Now, in some cases, some ultimates are way better than others. Like, every time Jared picks Earth Shatter with Thrall, we all yell at him. So it's like, why the fuck would you not pick the one that slows everyone? You know?
There's some obvious choices.
Yeah, like, there are... Totally, some characters, the choices are way obvious. Like, with Jaina, like, why would you pick the Water Elemental and not Ring of Frost?
I mean, could you devise a team strategy where that may be to your benefit?
I'm sure you could, and we have. Like, we totally have designed around less optimal ultimates. But we've also just said, like, hey, pick the better overall one because it's more flexible, you know.
Yeah.
And then some of them, and like, there have totally been situations where I have, picked a technically worse alt because it's better than a situation I think that we're in. You know,
Okay.
just like how, perfect example, and same thing with certain talents. Like with Kelthus, I don't plan to do a Living Bomb build going into a match, but if I see a Lost Vikings on the other team, I immediately switch to the Living Bomb build. You know, because what Living Bomb does is every time it explodes, it carries to the person nearby.
Ooh.
So you can see how this would be very annoying with the Lost Vikings.
Right.
Because it's like, oh, boom, a cast on one, it goes to two. Those two go to one. Boom, 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 boom. And the person has to be really good at separating them or else they die.
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I preferred Heroes as a whole. Good on Riot. They hired the right people if they're going to do a fighting game.
Yep.
I'm personally not probably not going to play League anytime soon, but good for those of you that like it.
Sure.
So there's that.
Yes.
So Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty is out on the 25th, or late in the day on October 24th, depending on where you live. But it seems early copies are beginning to appear in the wild. The game's physical edition for PS4 and Xbox One are printed on discs, and they've made it for retailers. Some retailers are selling it early. There's one gentleman who was on Reddit selling copies for $250 each. In 2011, something similar happened. Two masked men armed with tear gas and knives hijacked a truck near Paris and floated with its cargo containing 6,000 copies of Modern Warfare 2.
What?
So the new Modern Warfare, which is a reboot of the 2007 game, is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Talked about how progression will work, revealed a new Fortnite-style battle pass, and they showed when the game servers will go live. First off, those of you that are paying $250 to play this game literally not even a week early need to fucking stop. Please.
First of all, don't pay that price. I assume we're selling to the people who can clearly afford
such
a purchase.
Either they can either afford it or they love Call of Duty that much.
Right. But
second off, fucking Call of Duty?
Yeah, right.
This game looks really good. It's the first one that I'm buying on day one since Modern Warfare 2. The beta really sold me on it.
Yeah.
But dear lord. Also $250 fucking dollars. Are you kidding me?
That's oh my god,
madness.
You guys.
Also, for anyone who wants to know how much this Blizzard drama has affected them on Twitch, they still have Hearthstone and WoW in the top 10 on Twitch.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
And, if you scroll down, you can still see they have thousands of people watching StarCraft 2.
Yep.
And Heroes of the Storm even has 2,000 people watching it, so.
They're Blizzard. Those are good games, regardless of
the drama.
The drama with communities, and you put a lot of effort and work into understanding, the meta of each game. It's not so easy.
It is not. So, IGN did a top 100 video games list.
Again?
Yeah, well, they update it year to year.
Oh, that's right, yep. We've done this before, yeah.
Yeah, we've done this in the past before, a long time ago.
I'm ready. I'm ready to do this again.
I'm ready to discuss how IGN is wrong.
That's why they put it out.
Yeah, for the internet to criticize their writing staff.
Yep.
I'm sure that's exactly why they posted this.
So... Gets views. Gets comments.
Yeah, you know what? You can't fucking deny that, right? You can't be like, oh, it doesn't work.
Right, nope. No, people love this stuff.
Oh, yeah, people love it.
We're reading it right now.
People love them some lists. But no, so... For those of you who don't know, IGN's creative team, video editing staff, editorial staff come together once a year and order the top 100 video games of all time. So, starting from the top, number 100. I actually think this is a perfect number 100. This is exactly where I would put it. Because I think it is influential enough to where you have to have it on a list, even though I don't think it's particularly a good video game.
Okay.
That is Pokemon Go.
Oh, wow. I mean, purely for its influence.
Like, that 2-week period when that shit came out.
The summer of 2016 was the summer of Pokemon Go.
Like, it was madness. In fact, it still is madness every now and then, because when I was in San Francisco, Jared, Ray, and I got in a raid for Giratina.
Okay.
And we were all... So, have you seen Happy Gilmore?
Yes.
Have you seen the...
Get in your ball?
Get in your home?
Yeah.
You're too good for your home.
I repeat that nearly every time I open up Pokemon Go.
Oh, good. We were screaming that at the pier in San Francisco. Trying to get our Giratinas. Like, we're just like, come on, stay in the ball. Stay in your home! Are you too good for your home? And we're all yelling at that. Everyone at the pier looking at us like we're psychos.
Yep. Oh my god.
Yeah, but hey, I got my second legendary, so fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. But, I will always remember, there was just this weird moment. It was me and I think it was Jerry and I, and maybe someone else, I forget. But we were at the practice grounds for where the Seattle Sounders practice, and we were just looking for Pokemon because there were nests that we found over there. And this guy just came up on a bicycle with a helmet, like 50s, somewhere in there, just rode up to us and pulled out his phone, looked at us and said, "Where do I find one of these?" And he shows like a silhouette, and it's clearly Magmar. I'm like, oh my god. It's, what year is this?
No, dude.
Where do you find one of those? I know I can tell you where to find one of those, my friend. Let me tell you.
I was unemployed for a 3-week period there when that game came out.
Oh, no.
And I didn't get, like, the hype. Like, I enjoyed it, and I was one of the first people to get it, because, like, I had the iPhone beta and everything.
Sure. Yeah, I got the beta, too.
But I remember my friend Panda was obsessed with it. So what we did is we got, like, together at, like, 9 in the morning, played it at the park until, like, lunchtime, walked to downtown, had the restaurant charge our phones while we ate food, went down to the river and caught a bunch of water Pokemon, did a lap down to Idlewild, and then walked back to my house.
Yeah.
And, like, it was literally Pokemon Go all day.
Yeah. I think, like, a lot of people have that story. I went over to, was it Bainbridge Island? No, we went over to another island. We took the ferry, and we just to be just somewhere away from Seattle a bit and see if we could catch anything. And we caught some stuff. But what happened was we went back to the ferry dock, and we had a while to wait. And it turns out there was, like, this very small little party or festival happening. And so, like, there was just jazz music playing, and people were drinking and having a good time, and families were playing around, and me and Jerry were running around with our phones, and we found just a Lapras. It's like, oh my god, it's our first Lapras. And we just, fought to get it, and we got it, and it was fantastic. And then right before, it was like, I don't know, I want to say it was like 15 minutes. It was some time before the ferry was about to pull up, and we ran into a Kabuto, and it was like, what? Oh, okay, no, we can make it. We can make the ferry. We can make the ferry. Just get in your hole. And it just, and we got it, and then we ran back, and it was great. I think everyone has a story like that during that beautiful, beautiful time before it got old.
Yeah. So, number 99, Borderlands 2. Sure, that seems right. Number 98, Divinity Original Sin 2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It might deserve to be higher, in all honesty. It's not for me, but I get it.
I mean, 100 games is really freaking hard to list. I can't believe they did that.
Dude, no. Once you realize, like, oh, well, I mean, if you look at Uncharted 2, 3, and 4, And then you realize that's, 3 games right there. Then Persona 3, 4, and 5.
I mean, you could grab 100 games. I have no problem with that. It's ordering them.
Yeah, I'm sure that this was not a fun process for them, I bet.
Do they do a podcast for it?
I wish.
Right?
Dishonored. I don't think that deserves to be on a top 100 games list, but okay.
Not above. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. I'm surprised this is so low. I'm going to be real with you.
Okay.
Number 96, Final Fantasy VII.
Wow.
There is a riot somewhere in a comment section somewhere on the internet right now.
I like that Final Fantasy VII and Dishonored are next to each other.
You have some weeaboo crying.
I think you have more than one.
Hugs his Aerith pillow and swears vengeance on the fucking establishment of IGN.
You think there's a body pillow of Aerith, like, just lying normally on one side of the body pillow, and the other is just her covered in blood?
There has to be, right?
There has to be.
I'm gonna look this up.
But then they'd be too sad. I wouldn't want that.
Oh, God. Let's see. Aerith.
Be careful where that search takes you.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Oh, there's actually a bunch of cute ones.
Okay.
There's like a lot of cute, just like regular ass pillows of her.
To see stabbed, dead Aerith, you might turn search safe off, which isn't worth it.
I just want to see a body pillow of her just like impaled holding the sword. That's all I want. That's all I want in life.
God.
Oh.
Alright, well,
fine. You can also apparently get JoJo's Bizarre Adventure body pillows.
Oh, of course. Are you kidding?
Oh, there's a Tifa body pillow. That was like first thing on Amazon that popped up. Oh, of course it's censored.
Well, yeah.
Of course it is, because you fucking weeaboos are degenerates.
I'm proud of it. Anyway.
There's a really nice Final Fantasy VII Advent Children Aerith wall scroll.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, this is respectable art, you goddamn weebs. What are you doing with this other shit?
You get both. That's the key.
You get both. Like they go into your house and they think you're in your living room. They're like, "Oh, respectable wall scroll art. I can kind of dig that nerdy shit."
You get respectable statues and everything, and then you just put all the degenerate shit in the closet,
in the bedroom.
And well, I mean, you gotta take them back to the bedroom sometimes. You gotta leave that door open.
Yeah. Well, no.
Make it seem like you're clean.
Well, no,
you gotta be used to it.
You shock them with the bedroom, just like, oh, yeah, they're just really geeky, and they'll just like after like a month of being friends, like, hey, hold on, I gotta run to the bedroom, come with, and just body pillows, hentai DVDs, just, oh Lord,
month's short for that. You gotta ease them in.
95 Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Above Final Fantasy VII.
I disagree. I mean, it's the best Assassin's Creed game.
It's a damn good one. Did they say at the top of this list what the criteria was for?
It's a mix of like influence isn't the most important thing, but it is considered.
Well, Pokemon Go. Okay.
Let's see. Number 4, Monkey Island 2: LeChuck's Revenge.
Okay.
Great game. About right. Number 3, Burnout 3 Takedown. That needs to be about 40 spots higher.
Well, I mean, the thing about Burnout is it's a very, very good game, Burnout 3, but I wish there had been more games that took notes from Burnout. I don't think that happened, but I sure wish they did.
Preaching to the choir, buddy.
I know.
All right, number 92, Fallout 2. A lot of people would argue it'd be higher. I think this is a bright spot.
As someone who's never really been a big Fallout fan, I can't really argue for or against.
The thing is, 1 and 2 are so different from 3 and 4.
That's the thing. From what little I have seen of the first couple Fallouts, I hear they're just legendary, and then I just don't have the frame of mind. I don't have the.
Yeah. It's number 90.
It's like me trying to go back and appreciate Prince. Like, I don't know. Maybe if it was of the time, I would have. Yeah.
Purple Rain. Yeah. 91 Undertale.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, sure.
Sure, if you want to talk about how crazy that game was that year, yeah.
It was a big deal. No one, yeah, that year, everyone was talking about Undertale.
By the way, when you said Prince, it made me think of this cosplay I saw, where it was a purple Power Ranger dressed as Prince. Like he had the guitar and the hair and the suit, but it was also a purple Power Ranger.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
So he was the Purple Ranger.
Wow, that's clever.
I was just like, I saw that and I was like, that is so fucking smart. I immediately went up to Ray and I was like, it's the Purple Ranger! Fucking, do you get it? And no one gets it because I'm old.
Oh, how does no one know? Okay. I'm not even a big fan. Everyone, they should know about Purple. Anyway.
League of Legends. I feel that should almost be higher, even though I don't like it.
Right? The influence that has had, even if it wasn't like the beginning of MOBAs or anything, it opened the floodgates.
Yeah, like Mega Man 3. That's fine.
All right.
Soul Calibur. Yeah, that was the game that sold the Dreamcast, so sure.
Sure.
Thief 2, I don't really have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
SimCity 2000.
Okay.
Arguably should be higher. Inside, don't even think it should be on the list.
Inside?
Yeah, the new game by the Limbo people.
Really? Oh, well, yeah, I heard some people talk some good stuff about that.
Yeah, people went nuts for that game. I was not a fan of either of their games.
I just don't think Inside's going to be a game we remember too much down the road.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but anyway.
Contra? I think in the 80s that's about a right spot.
Contra, yeah, sure.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I think that if you're going to pick a Tony Hawk, you have to do 3 or 4. So if that's not later on this list, then I kind of disagree with this, but okay.
Was 2 the one that added manuals?
Yes, I believe.
And 3 was the one that added reverts?
Yes.
Okay.
3 was the first PS2 one.
PS2?
Yeah, PS2.
Oh, okay. All right.
Monster Hunter World. I'm going to say yes on the fact that it's the first one of these that a normal, sane human being would want to play. Alright. Number 81, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Way too soon.
Oh, yeah. It's too soon for sure, but...
Like, way too soon. Like, it's not even, like... Okay, and also, like, RE4 better be somewhere on this list ahead here, or there deserves to be a riot.
All right, well, let's keep going. Did you already look at this list beforehand?
I've only seen the top, I looked at the top 20.
Okay, all right.
80, System Shock 2. Good spot.
Sure.
79, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. There better be some other Grand Theft Autos on this list, but yeah, that's a good spot for that.
Sure.
Great soundtrack and story. I can watch the trailers for that game constantly just because of the music.
I did watch the trailers constantly as a kid. They were everywhere, and
I love the San Andreas trailers too. Fucking Welcome to the Jungle. We'll run through Vegas.
Yep. Those commercials were something.
Number 78, Persona 5.
Wow.
Okay, so first off,
high up, but yeah,
this is probably the only Persona game on here I would bet in which they're wrong.
Right.
Persona 4 is a better game, and here's why.
Okay.
The cast as a whole is better. Look, 5 looks way better. The presentation's way better. Except for the soundtracks. The soundtracks are kind of on par in my mind.
Okay. That's high praise for 5.
But yeah, it's a lot more grungy and dirty though, versus 4, which is like a lot more poppy.
I like both. Okay.
Yeah, so you probably dig 5 soundtrack.
Yeah.
But the thing what 4 does is, one, the cast as a whole is better. We did like 1-to-1 comparisons, Ray and I, and like I think the math broke out to like 4/5 of the time the Persona 4 equivalent was better.
Okay.
You know, Teddy's better than fucking the cat. Chie is better than On. Rise is better than Futaba, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So that was the number 1. 2, those 2 games handle dungeons in very different ways. And at first, I preferred the Persona 5 way. Because what they are set dungeons that have a design and have a philosophy, and they'll have puzzles that are specific to that thing. Versus in Persona 4, outside of a couple of floors, they're randomly generated. And just like hallways with the same music and color.
Yeah.
So in Persona 4, you just get kind of a generic dungeon, but with different styles the entire way through. Persona 5, you get unique ones. The problem with unique dungeons, with unique designs, is some of them can suck.
Sure.
So, for example, part of the reason that I haven't replayed Persona 5 and I'm waiting for the remake or the remaster special blah blah edition is because I hate the fucking cruise ship. It's awful. I never want to do it again.
Okay.
And I hate the lock place, the bank heist, and I hate mementos. That said, holy shit, the casino is amazing.
Oh, all right.
The pyramid is awesome. The castle is relatively neat. The museum, it might be my favorite. Because it's all trippy and uses perspective in neat ways.
Okay.
But, like, because of that, like, the cruise ship alone made me be like, God, I miss the randomly generated bullshit. I miss it so much.
Okay.
So those things kind of made me prefer 4 more. 5 is a great game. It's the best RPG of this generation. You absolutely should go play it. At this point, I'd probably just wait for the one with all the new stuff in it. But still, like, yes.
Okay.
It's just not as good as 4 if you're looking for some of the things I am, which is I go to that game for the characters, and I go to that game for the gameplay portion of that game. I would rather have a bland experience with a couple of highs the entire way through than a series of like super high highs but also super low lows.
Okay.
Number 77, Fortnite.
You know?
Yeah, you gotta.
You gotta.
You gotta. Like, sorry, you have to. You are obligated to.
Yeah.
Number 76, Fable 2. I think it's a little high. I think it should be on the top 100.
Yes.
You have to put a Fable. Fable 2 is arguably the best of the 3.
Yes.
So, okay, fine. Number 75, GoldenEye 007. This shouldn't be on the list.
Influence does not play a part, but it may play some.
Okay, so look, here's my thing. Is this game isn't that influential, though.
I mean, okay, not influential. What was the word?
It's like it was very culturally relevant for about 2 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it extended beyond that, but its impact was around that time.
Like if you play, but the thing is like if you played PC shooters at all around that same time frame, and then you played GoldenEye, you're like, oh, this is quaint.
Sure. Well, yeah, of course, yeah. If you're coming from PC, yeah.
Because like you gotta remember, like Half-Life came out the year after. Quake 2 came out, I believe, that year.
Right.
Like, the fuck are you doing?
Well, yeah.
It's very much one of those things where, the first console shooter to be equal to the PC games or better, in my opinion, was that first Halo.
Yep.
The first Halo was the turning point of which, okay, no, you can make this experience for a console.
Yeah.
And I just think GoldenEye gets too much hype for that. Also, if you're going to pick one of the N64 shooters, Perfect Dark does everything GoldenEye does, but better.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But there's no odd job.
Yes, hence making a better game. Number 74, Smash Ultimate.
Smash Ultimate, huh?
I think this is a hard game to place. Because it is technically the best Smash Bros.
Right.
And it's not even fucking close. So yeah. I want to put that in the top 25. However, it's very fucking new. I believe it's a year old in about a month and a week. But I'd have it higher. I'd have it higher, yeah, because it is the best Smash Bros. It is all the best parts of Smash Bros.
Yep.
I know I don't want to put new games super high on these lists unless they're amazing, but I think this is a special case.
That's a special case where it's clearly just updating a pretty much perfected game.
Yeah, everyone is here.
Yeah.
Number 73, Skyrim. I think that's a good spot for it. I think if you were going off influence, you could put it up higher.
I think I could see it being higher, but
maybe they have Morrowind ahead. We don't know, or maybe they have.
I could totally see Oblivion and Morrowind being on here too.
Personally, Oblivion's my favorite. A lot of people shit on me for that opinion, but
there are people. There are people who defend Oblivion for sure.
Anthony and I are the Oblivion Club. We're just like, but we liked it because there was nothing else to play on the 360 for 8 months. So shut up.
I played a lot of the Darkness demo. That was a
good game.
Beginning. That was a good game.
I forget which movie it was, with the movie where he's watching it with his girlfriend. You actually sit and watch the entire movie.
Yeah. You can sit. I remember in the demo, I sat and watched like an episode of Popeye.
Nice.
It's like, I don't know. Sure. Whatever.
73, XCOM, the first one, like UFO defense.
Oh, like the first one?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Good spot.
Sure.
71, Suikoden 2. Okay, good spot. Number 70, Battlefield 1942.
Okay.
Was that the first Battlefield, or was that remake for PS3? Hold on, I need to check this one.
Yeah, you need to check that one out.
Hold on. Because I want to say it was the first one.
Does it say to...
Hold on. Damn it, I accidentally typed in the wrong thing. I accidentally typed in 2042.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so the first Battlefield, Battlefield 1942, came out, God, I remember that game was so fucking cool. That was such a good game. Like, it was one of those games that, like, you bought to, like, really test your PC, and it was just super impressive because it was, like, 32 on 32 online.
Right.
And, like, you could, the fact that you would have fly plane, have dogfights, or people on the ground doing shit. Yeah.
According to Wikipedia, it says that was 1 point shy of universal acclaim, according to Metacritic.
Wow. So,
otherwise, yeah.
That game was really impressive for the time. I personally enjoyed Call of Duty, the first one, a little more. And I actually enjoyed the expansion pack Battlefield Vietnam even more. I would actually like more... I know it's a touchy subject, but I would love a good Vietnam video game.
I mean, yeah, I know they tried to do something with Black Ops. But...
Yeah, so...
it'd be cool to see game developers getting into some really touchy shit, but
Black Ops,
as we've seen...
Black Ops, the Vietnam levels in the first Black Ops were really cool. Like, they were really well done, and, like, they had period-appropriate music. It was a good time.
Right.
But yeah, Battlefield 1942, that's a very influential game. It's a very good game. Yep. It was a PC hardware stress test at the time.
Cool.
So yeah, that deserves a spot. Okay, so Dota 2. Okay, yep.
Sure.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Okay, you got the best Mario Kart.
Yep.
Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. Okay. We were going to talk Star Wars later, but
yeah.
Talk Star Wars now.
Since it's here.
People need to leave this game the fuck alone. It's not it's not one of the 5 best Star Wars games.
I enjoy it.
It's a good
I enjoy
game.
That game, but I'm not going to hold it in any high regard.
It's a top 100 game of all time.
Like, yeah,
it's not even
know.
In the top 5 best Star Wars games of all time.
All right, top 5 Star Wars games, go.
All right, Battlefront 2.
Which Battlefront 2?
The OG.
Okay.
Battlefront 2, Rogue Squadron 2.
Okay.
Knights of the Republic. Knights of the Republic 2, And then you can either do Super Star Wars or you can do X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
Okay. Yeah, TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
People talk a lot about TIE Fighter.
Yeah. Dark Forces.
Yeah, Dark Forces.
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, you need to... People need to fucking, like... Oh, yes, I understand. You can be a Jedi. Lightsaber.
I have fun playing that game. I also enjoy Jedi Academy a lot.
Yeah.
Republic Commando.
That game was really underrated. I love that game. I think you got me that game for Christmas.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Because that game's cool.
Yeah, because I think I got you Battlefront 2. So...
Right.
Yeah, when we do our dumb yearly Steam exchange. Like, here's a game I got on Steam. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Spelunky.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. I think it should be lower if you're going to put it on here, but I understand why it's here.
Right.
I have a friend who's actually top 100 in the world at that game on the Xbox.
Okay, I don't know enough about Spelunky to know how there's a top 100.
Leaderboards, homie.
For, like, there's points? Are we keeping track of points?
I think it's like how fast you finish it, or like how long you clear. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's weird. Donkey Kong. Okay, that's one of the most culturally important games of all time. You kind of have to have it up there. It fits.
And you know what? If I'm in an arcade and it's there, I'll take a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, you have all that Billy Mitchell drama.
Oh my God! Right? Yeah, if you consider like all that stuff, it's still relevant now in some ways.
Yeah. Okay. Donkey Kong. Let's see. The Sims.
Yeah.
Once again, that fits into culturally significant, great game, etc., etc. 63 Rock Band. This needs to change to Rock Band 3.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. You.
Well, I felt like Rock Band 2 was like slightly most impactful because it was just an improvement on Rock Band 1, but Rock Band 3 was the more complete Rock Band. They're still running on Rock Band 3, aren't they?
Well, they're on the 4 now, but...
they're on the 4 now.
They still make music for both. You can download them for either.
Really?
You can actually download them for the first game still.
What a weird thing.
If you just bought Rock Band 1, and like other than that 2-3 year period where they stopped while they were making Rock Band 4, you could have just bought music for Rock Band 1 for like 6 years.
That's actually cool of them.
And now you can do it again.
Huh. Okay.
But yeah, Rock Band 3, in my opinion, is the one you go for because it's the most complete. You have all the instruments plus harmonies plus pro instruments plus keyboard.
Yep.
You have all the songs from 1, 2, 3 and DLC. You have I like the fact that you have all in 4 you have the song thing, but you're losing the pro instruments, you're losing the keyboard.
Yep.
The reason I like 4 though is because they have this special thing where it takes all the songs you have downloaded or otherwise, and it says, and for your entire band, everyone who's playing, it's like, okay, do you want something else? So we're going to give you a new list of songs. A pop song, a song from 1978, or a country song. And then you all vote, and it randomly picks one.
Okay.
But it'll weigh more heavily if there's more votes towards something. So,
fun.
If out of your 5 band members, 4 of them pick the song from 1999, you're probably playing that.
Right.
It helps solve the party problem of what do we want to play?
Which is a problem for sure.
Yeah, we have a rule where it's like, okay, we open with opening band, we close with Journey, everything else is run through this filter.
Yeah, right.
So I think you should. So number 62, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh,
I think it should be way higher, actually.
Okay.
That's one of the most impressive games in this generation. It's probably the best story of this generation. Yeah, and they showed that trailer for the PC version and just nut. I saw that and I was just like, if that looks like that on my PC, this is the best looking game ever made.
Can we even run this? I doubt it.
So the recommended specs are a 1060. So.
Oh Jesus! Okay.
So that's not that big of a deal.
I'll be waiting. Then.
970 and a 1060 are about on par.
Are they?
Yeah, 1060 has a little bit more memory, but that's about it.
Yeah.
There's not that big of a difference. I'm floating over here in 1080 land, so I'm not really that concerned.
Right.
But yeah, that game is fantastic. I think it should be higher. I know it's a game that came out literally a year ago, but if it weren't for Dragon Ball FighterZ brutally consuming my life for a year and a half, I would have easily been like, yes, that is the game of the year, or possibly the game of the generation.
That'll be a fun discussion to have when things start wrapping up.
Yeah. 61, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. You gotta pick a Splinter Cell. It's the best one. It had that amazing co-op mode.
Right, yeah. That was a big deal.
Great single player. It still looks pretty good even today. Because of the way it did lighting and everything. It had that super fun multiplayer. X-Play made that fantastic video series with it.
Yes, that was a fantastic series.
So, yeah, no. If you gotta have a Splinter Cell on here, you picked the right one.
Yeah.
Number 60, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi Island. Throw that shit in the garbage. Look,
that's a game I want to play at some point because it's just so divisive.
You just go and you throw it in the garbage, and you pour some gasoline on it, make sure it's a metal garbage, and then you light the game on fire, and that's how you properly play that game. This does not deserve to be on this list.
I've heard arguments for Yoshi's Island, and I can't recall them now.
This is taking a spot from Burnout Paradise. Or Devil May Cry 3 or something. I don't know.
Oh, I have faith Devil May Cry 3 will make this. If it doesn't, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Just burn down IGN. 59, Silent Hill 2. Great game. I think 2 and 3 are on par. Most people prefer 2 more. It really sucks that the only way you can properly play this game is on the PS2.
Right.
They butchered the remaster. And if you want a copy of Silent Hill 2 for the PlayStation 2, used copies are $33, and sealed new copies are $150.
Ugh.
I don't know why the greatest hits version. Also, I don't know what the difference between the Xbox original version is, but it's only $10. So I need to go find out what the difference is. And if the answer,
you're going to need to do some research
here.
If
the answer is nothing or that it looks better, I'm going to be very upset and then go buy a copy. Because I've been wanting to find that game, but it just bothers me paying that much money for a used copy without a case or anything.
Right.
Just rustles my jimmies. And then there's a PC version, which I don't even know if that's good or not. So, whatever.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, that's one of the greatest horror games ever made. I highly recommend anyone play it if they can get their hands on it.
All right.
58, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yep.
Yeah, that's an obvious one that was going to be on here. I think it should be probably higher unless other Grand Theft Autos are higher.
That's the thing. Yeah, we got to see.
Number 57, Mass Effect. I'm assuming this is the only Mass Effect. If it is, they should put 2. If it's not, I still don't necessarily think it should be on here.
Well, that's the thing. Do you put one Mass Effect on the top 100?
I think you do. I actually think putting the 3 to 4 Grand Theft Autos we're going to see is a little obscene.
It is, kind of, yeah.
I think you pick one PS2 one, and I think you will pick one next generation one.
You pick one pre-Grand Theft Auto 4, and you pick one post-Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, and the correct answers, in all honesty, are probably San Andreas and 5.
Right. Yeah.
So Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. This is number 56.
Hell of a game.
That should be
probably be higher.
Yeah, that should be way higher.
Yeah.
Way higher. What the fuck?
Are you kidding me?
Are you serious? That's
one of the most... what the modern landscape of shooters is thanks to that game.
Yeah, that game, it finally lightened up, but from 2007 to 2016, it was every game that wasn't Halo or Gears looked like fucking Modern Warfare. Medal of Honor, Battlefield, Call of Duty even parodied itself. Fucking A.
There weren't a lot of games that tried to go after Halo. There were a lot of games that went after Call of Duty.
There were a lot of games that went after Halo in the previous gen.
In the previous gen, sure.
But, like, after Halo 2, they were like, nah, we ain't fucking with this.
There was, what was the
Brute
game
Force.
where you... Yeah, not Brute Force. What was the game that came... It looked kind of like Halo, and you held the spacebar down to slide along the ground, and you kind of, like, skied.
Oh.
It was popular. It had, like, a big display at PAX one year.
Oh, Firefall?
No, not that one. Although that was a future Marine soldier game.
Yeah, like, sorry, man. A lot of those blend together.
I know. It was a big deal for a time.
I think I remember Firefall just because I saw that fucking booth at events for like half a decade. It's coming out eventually, right, boys?
Right?
Like, but no, like, seriously, like, I will open my Steam library, right? And you go and you look at it. And, like, man, how many fucking of these shooters were, like, COD bait? And there's
oh my god, I can't even, yeah.
And there's two of them that parodied Call of Duty. Battlefield Bad Company parodied that shit. That parodied the living shit out of it. And then Spec Ops The Line didn't parody it, but it like showed like that you should not be treating these things as though they're fun. They're not fun. Phosphorus is not fun.
Yeah.
And that's in the new Call of Duty.
Oh, great, good, all right.
Yeah, apparently I forget it. I know it's going to be in the single player, but they've also said it's going to be in the multiplayer as like a downloadable thing. So, or as a not a downloadable thing, a ordinance, a call in. What's kill streak? That's it. Kill streak.
That's
Jesus. Come on, brain, help me out. All right, yeah, that should be way higher.
Also, that game I was thinking of was called Tribes Ascend.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember Tribes. Right.
Anyway.
Well, you know. Rise of the Tomb Raider, number 55.
Wow.
What the... Okay, look. I'm a defender of those games. I really like those games, the rebooted Tomb Raider.
They seem like really good games.
1 and 2 are spectacular. 3's okay.
Okay.
But 3 was also made by a different team. The team who made 1 and 2 got put on that Avengers game. So now a new team's working on this, but I'm just like sitting there like, are you all serious?
Yeah.
Really? That's better than Red Dead 2? That's better than Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah, like
what?
It's absolutely an impressive game.
Like yeah, like it's a technical marvel. Like that was the game that like really stress tested my GPU. Like it's a ton of fun. Like I had a great time with it, but like on my game of the year list that year was like number 8.
Right.
Like when we were doing game of the year cuts, we got like that game came around the circle, and I was like, yeah, it's really good, but we can let it go.
Yeah.
Like no one defended it. So like what?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I want that. That had to be there had to be someone who was nuts for that game. That like just took like someone carried that game. Someone destinied that game. All
right.
Number 54, Batman Arkham City.
City, huh?
Yeah, most people consider that to be the best Batman.
Okay.
I know you're personally a fan of Asylum.
Well, that's because I played Asylum more than
one sitting.
Way more. Yeah.
I remember that day very distinctly because you got your copy hours before me because you were on the East Coast. Yep. And I was waiting for it in the mail, and I'm like, I see you put it in at like 9 a.m, really early for you. And like, you know, I come back throughout the day like to play games or whatever. It's like 5 p.m. Wow, he's still on Batman, eh? All right, well, good for him. Come back 8 p.m, he's still on fucking Batman. Come back the next morning, he's still on Batman, and then eventually it turns off.
Yep, that game was that was it was on my top 10 like favorite games of all time for time there.
It's a great game.
It's a fantastic game, but
most people consider the high mark to be City, though, so I understand why this is here.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite is actually Night.
Yeah.
I know the Batmobile kind of sucks, but like they gave me open world Batman with a Batmobile,
right?
You know, and then like the Joker has a musical number, and he's like
that always helps.
And like he's like the Joker is it's a buddy cop movie with Batman and the Joker basically.
Oh my god!
Did you play Arkham Knight?
No, I didn't, but you're selling me on it.
Oh, dude. It's no surprise who the Arkham Knight is, by the way. If you're a Batman fan, you figured it out before the game was even out.
I didn't know there was a mystery of who the Arkham Knight was.
Do you know who it is?
I guess I don't.
It's Red Hood.
Oh yeah, okay.
Number 53, The Witness.
Man,
I hate Jonathan Blow.
What was his other game?
Braid.
Put Braid on there.
First off, yes, put Braid on there too. I don't like Braid, but at least I'd understand right. Braid, because it's like, okay, you could argue Braid started the whole Xbox Live Arcade thing. It was like one of the games at least. I'm surprised that we haven't seen Geometry Wars on here.
Right.
Like that, like, if you want to talk about, like, I think when I look back at Xbox Live Arcade, here are the things I think about. I'm like Geometry Wars, Castlevania, Clone & Clyde, Splosion Man, and Braid, and Meat Boy. Like those are all the games I thought of that are like, oh, these are Xbox Live Arcade.
Yep.
Speaking of, these are downloadable games from that gen. 52 Journey. I feel like that's a good spot for it.
That's pretty good.
That game is a magical experience the first time you go through it.
Specifically, I love the way you had a very limited way of interacting with people. That made it weirdly wholesome.
Yeah. My roommate actually hates that fucking game.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, because she hates the idea of like cyclical reincarnation. That's
her reason for not liking it?
Yeah, because that game, like, it implies cyclical reincarnation.
Well, yes, that's just a very weird. That's an interesting line to draw.
Yeah. So no. I don't know what to say.
Okay.
I love that game.
Right.
51, Uncharted 2: Among Thieves.
Ooh.
This was my Batman Arkham Asylum that year.
Yeah, well, that was a lot of people. That's the reason Arkham Asylum did not get number ones, because that game came out.
Because that game came out. I've been waiting for a game to dominate Game of the Year awards like that game did.
Right.
And it hasn't happened since.
That's what makes like Rise of the Tomb Raider being on this list as high as it is so shocking, is because like this game is what really set the tone for a game like that to be made.
Well, like Rise of the Tomb Raider plays more like Arkham Asylum.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like those Tomb Raider games play more like Metroidvania than they do Uncharted. Like they have Uncharted bits, like set pieces and shit, but when you're not in those set pieces and those story moments, it's totally like, hey, do you want to go check out older pieces of the map to go?
Oh, sure, yeah. It's your rate. Are you raiding tombs? I assume you're raiding tombs.
Yeah, especially in Rise of the Tomb Raider. There's challenge tombs, all kinds of shit.
Okay, well then I rescind what I said.
But that game is even now, like I replayed it like right before 4 came out, and I wanted to beat it in like 2 sittings. Like the characters are so good, it feels great. The set pieces are still impressive. Like that train sequence is still just a blast.
Yeah.
It is just a blast. And I think that, and like, once again, I've never seen a game sweep Game of the Year awards like that. Where, like, we all came into the room and we're like, so, this thing wins everything it's nominated for, right?
So what's number 2?
The only thing it didn't win was sound design. That went to Call of Duty.
Oh, okay, sure.
And I think, and I remember the reasoning why too.
Okay.
Is Anthony and I were playing Spec Ops, and you know the mission where one person's on the ground, one person's in the like UAC, the bombing thing.
Yep.
And Anthony's like, I was playing that game with headphones on, and being next to those bombs was the most terrifying thing in a video game I've ever experienced. Please stop shooting near me.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was a fantastic. Yeah, Uncharted 2 honestly should probably be higher. But, alright, whatever.
Yeah.
50 Overwatch.
Sure.
That's about as high as I would be willing to put it.
Yeah.
Like, if someone went to me and was like, Overwatch is the 50th greatest game of all time, and I'm like, that's about its limit for me.
Right.
Yeah, okay. It's very culturally influential. It's a lot of fun. Like, I can still boot up Overwatch today and have an awesome time with it. And I think that's one of the big differences with that game. So yeah. Moving forward, Deus Ex, the first one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Fits. Baldur's Gate 2, another makes sense. All right. Miss Pac-Man. Yes, of course.
That's hell of a game.
Counter-Strike 1.
Best Pac-Man?
I mean, if we're not including the weird stuff like Championship Edition, I would say so.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if we're including that stuff, I'd say the first Championship Edition.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see. Then we got Counter-Strike 1.6, granddaddy of modern esports. People still play that game. There are people who will not play Counter-Strike Go. They will say, no, fuck on. Let's get on 1.6. Let's see. 45, Left 4 Dead 2. Best zombie simulator. Yes. Absolutely. If you want to see how you and your friends would actually behave in a zombie apocalypse, put that game on.
I mean, yes, that's a good game for that.
I honestly, some of my most favorite gaming memories are playing that with you, Anthony, and Joe.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Like that, like
that is a fun time.
We need to get that crew together for that game sometime.
I know we got to do that again.
That'd be a good Halloween thing next year if we can pull it off.
Sure.
Number 44, Earthbound. A little high, in my opinion.
You think?
I haven't played that game since high school, but in my opinion, yeah, it's a little high, but it deserves to be on the top 100.
All right.
If for any reason besides it's unbelievably influential.
Yeah.
43, the original Resident Evil. I'm so tired of this fucking game. Look, I get that it's influential.
Yeah.
But, like, man, does everything after it do what it did better? Like,
sure.
2 is better, 3 is better, Silent Hill... Like, the fact that it's above Silent Hill 2 is kind of disgusting. I'm gonna be real here.
Okay.
Like, this is another case of, like, this is as high as I'd be willing to let it go.
Alright, sure.
And it's just purely on the fact that, well, it was the first one, it was very influential, that dog scene is scary as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, I mean, come on. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
There's some good stuff.
Here.
The live action, the FMV.
That's a very memorable game.
Just so you know, we have 2 Resident Evils on this top 100 list.
And neither of them are 4.
So far.
And one of them's a remake from this year.
Yep.
Alright, whatever. Number 42, Diablo 2.
Wow.
Arguably a little low.
Yeah.
That's a game that made me buy new mice. I had to ask my parents, like, I broke the computer mouse. Can you get me a new one? And they're like, how? And I'm like, I don't know. I clicked a lot.
Yeah.
Knowing full well, I clicked it to death in Diablo. Oh, you're rated for 100,000 clicks? Don't worry, we're going to get through that in a month, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, did you play Diablo 2 at all?
I played a little bit. I didn't get far past the starting area.
If that remaster hits, you gonna play that?
Maybe. I don't know. It seems like a cool game. I've been wanting to try out Diablo 3, but I just haven't had the urge.
I need to get you on BNet because every Christmas I go onto digital services and buy people stuff. It's
well, I'm probably for the time being, I'm probably not going to, but maybe in the future.
Yes. Well, yeah, no, I'm video game Santa.
Yeah, I know.
No, there are a couple people I get like real stuff for, but for the most part, like my girlfriend, I'm gonna get her a real like thing. But for the most part, like most people I know, I'm video game Santa.
Well, sure, yeah. I mean, we have a video game network of friends, so it makes sense.
It's either that or I'm book Santa.
Book Santa is always nice.
Yeah, like I buy a lot of books for people too. Just because like I am good at picking out books for people.
All right.
So yeah, the one thing I do love about the game is how unbelievably dark it is, and how because it was so dark, people thought 3 was all light, and like Blizzard made a shirt that's like bright blue with rainbows that says Diablo 3 on it. I have that shirt.
Oh, I bet you do. Yep, that's a good one.
So 41 StarCraft.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
That should be in the top 20 in my mind. I think that it is so influential, and it still holds up. Like you go play you play StarCraft right now, and it still holds up. So yeah. 40 World of Warcraft. Why is this not in the top 10?
Yeah, that's
what the fuck. Also, notice all 3 of these are Blizzard. I feel like they got to like this point of the list, and like there were like 2 or 3 people being like, "But these should be higher," and then everyone else was like, "No."
Man, okay.
Yeah, World of Warcraft, dude. No, that was a cultural storm. Like that. Like I've never seen the madness that went on besides maybe Halo 3, and it's still going. And the original version just got put out again.
Right.
What the hell?
All right, I'm curious to see where we go from here.
39, Knights of the Old Republic.
Damn good game.
Great game. Definitely top 100 material. But above fucking World of Warcraft? Are you serious? Oh my god, the next game I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna be so mad.
All right, I want to... Yeah, come on, let's do this.
Knights of the Old Republic, say our piece real quick. Fantastic game. If you love Star Wars and you want some extended universe stuff, it's some of the best you can get. And you get to play it. Number 30 out, Fallout New Vegas. Please get fucked to list. Okay, so I have actually played all the new Fallout games. So back at my previous employer, I was very known as a Fallout hater.
Yes.
So I decided to give the games a chance again. So Ray and I were going to stream Fallout 4 as much as we possibly could right when it came out. And we did, a whole bunch. And we both came to the conclusion as, boy, the howdy, this game is fucking awful.
Oh, man. All right.
Especially because Ray was playing it at his then, at the time, girlfriend's house as well. Because she wanted to play it. So he was in real hell. I was in normal hell. And then they're like, you should try New Vegas. It's the best one. And you know what, Aaron? They're right. It is the best one. It still sucks, but it's the one that sucks the least. I actually kind of dug the story. I liked how you start out as like, how the beginning is like, yeah, someone tried to murder you, and you have amnesia. Here's your stuff. Go live.
Right.
It blends itself to an RPG a bit better, but like,
I mean, there is a huge following. It's what's getting the Outer Worlds the money. That it got.
Yeah,
there's a lot of hype.
It's what is keeping Fallout 76 alive.
Yeah.
Is like even though that game on consoles ran so poorly, it gave Brandon a headache when we were playing it. And we were playing the Xbox One version.
Oh, man.
Or the Xbox One X version. So we were playing the best possible console version. You're like, why aren't you playing it on PC? Well, we can't rent PC games. So, and like, man, you go on that Bethesda gear store, and like, there is Fallout merch everywhere.
Yep.
Like, you can actually get a lamp that's an atomic blast.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of want to buy that. That's actually neat. But like, the new California Republic factions, they have a bunch of different faction flags. I actually really love the lore of Fallout, fun fact. Like, the stories in Fallout are super cool. Like, I fell down a wiki hole and kept reading stories from it. And during my forced enjoyment of those games on stream, I kept saying to Ray, man, these stories are fucking rad. Like, this lore is really good. Why is the shooting so bad? Like, why is all the parts of this game where you play it suck horribly?
Oh, man.
Like,
the
lore is cool, the music is great, like all that old stuff that they tracked down for it. But then you have to play it, and you're just like, it's like hand and eye cancer are just flowing into me. You know?
I want Fallout New Vegas fans out there listening right now to please comment your thoughts, because I want to hear it.
That I think their favorite game is hand and eye cancer.
Yep. I want to hear reasoned response.
You want the best part about this is? It's published by the same studio who makes a game that I legitimately adore in Doom.
Yeah.
And it gets even better because, like, at every single Bethesda press conference, everyone's like, Elder Scrolls Fallout. And there's, like, a crowd of me and 10 other guys being like, Doom! We're all 28 or older!
Yeah, right.
Like, and then you have, like, an even smaller group of guys who are all 40 plus be like, Commander Keen!
Yeah.
You know, played Doom 1 for a Halloween stream recently. That's still
man.
That game still holds up.
Yep. Doom, first Doom?
Like Doom. Like,
yeah, no, I played that recently. That game was great. I cannot believe how good that game still is.
Yeah, the game actually isn't in 3D.
Right. It is just projecting 2D. Like, it's just a very genius thing that John Carmack did, I believe.
Yeah, I'll send you a video on it. It's fascinating. I'm so bummed Eternal got delayed, but I understand why.
Yep. Nope. Let it happen.
Man, also, I wish I still snowboarded because you can get a Doom snowboard.
That sounds awesome.
There's so much cool shit on this Doom store. There's Doom pillows, the art of Doom. There's Doom 25th anniversary controllers. What platform is this for? Oh, it's for the Switch, it looks like. Yeah, Doom 25th anniversary Switch controllers.
Oh, of course.
The platform everyone wants to play Doom on. They got a deluxe double vinyl of the Doom soundtrack.
Of course.
Dear Lord, I'm gonna spend too much money on this website.
Get off.
Yeah.
We got to continue this list.
Alright, so they have... Okay, I legit am going to get that oversized mouse pad, like that desk mat. Awesome.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, that was a news story from last week, as long as we're interjecting here. Doom Eternal delayed till the same day Animal Crossing comes out.
Yeah.
Switch version delayed indefinitely.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Fallout fans, I'm sorry, but that game deserves to be, like, at best in the 90s. Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess you have to pick one to be in the top half of this list. This is the one you gotta pick. I personally think it should be a top 25 game, but still a great game. Number 36, Mass Effect 2. Okay, so we can go back to the list and drop Mass Effect 1 and put in another game in here. Like, I don't know, Burnout Paradise, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm just saying. Or we haven't seen a Devil May Cry game yet, which probably means we're not going to see one.
Man.
So.
All right.
So, I mean, we could go cut out Yoshi's Island. and put in Devil May Cry, and we're good.
There's a few here, especially in that first 10 or 20 that I could have easily seen not making it at all.
Alright, so
anyway.
Number 35, our representative for Pokemon. Pokemon Yellow.
For 35, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, alright. I'll take that spot.
I think it's a fantastic game, and yeah, there's like a cultural impact like beyond beyond a lot of these games, but I don't know. I don't know. Right. I like it a lot. I don't know if it's necessarily like an amazing game, but it was a big part of my childhood. So
same, dude. I put it easily. I broke the. I hit over 130 hours. Like my Pikachu was God.
Yeah.
Number 34, Bloodborne. I think if you have to pick a Souls game to represent Souls games, this is the best one.
Yeah, you have to pick a Souls game.
You have to pick one. You have to pick one to be in the top 50, and this is the one. You should either pick this or you should pick Dark Souls. And I think this is a better, more interesting game.
All right.
Because out of all the ones, this was the one I did not feel like a chore to finish sometimes. Because, like, I finished Dark Souls 1, I finished Dark Souls 3, I beat most of Dark Souls 2. This is the only one that did not feel like a chore to get done.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I never was able to penetrate any of those games.
Bloodborne was the one that, like, here's the thing about those games is, like, you beat your face against them until eventually something clicks.
Right.
And you have that moment, and then you suddenly understand all of them, and they all become super fucking easy and boring. Like, the more I played them, like, I played Demon Souls, barely comprehended it. I played Dark Souls, mostly comprehended it. Skipped Dark Souls 2. Played Bloodborne, fully comprehended it. And then from then on, all these games became super easy to me.
Oh, wow.
Or not easy, but like... because
easy to understand.
Easy to understand, therefore, like, I'm not getting murdered by shit that you shouldn't be killed by. You know, I'm getting murdered by shit that's like, oh... I didn't know that was coming because I haven't played this yet.
Right.
Okay. 33, Metroid Prime. I think you gotta have it in the top 30, so it's a little low, but yes, okay. Yeah, absolutely. That game is, in my opinion, it's the best Metroid game. But some people prefer Super.
Sure.
So, 32, Resident Evil 4.
Here we are.
Should probably be higher, actually.
You think?
It's one of the most influential games ever made. It's probably the best horror game ever made. I mean, dude, look how many games did that camera angle for, like,
that camera angle was a big deal.
Like, that... Yeah, that game was huge, and, like, it comes out on everything.
Well, that's true too. I having watched a playthrough recently, I'm not as high on it as I used to be, but for the time. So
I have a copy on Switch that I downloaded that I'm very curious to see how much I'm going to enjoy it once I get around to it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Because that was always one of those games that, like, when I made a top 20 list, it's like, oh yeah, you got to put Resident Evil 4 on there.
Right.
Number 31, Shadow of the Colossus.
That I think that was a damn good game.
I think it should be a little higher, like in the early 20s.
I think it should be in the top 50. I would have trouble placing it, just because I just think it was a fantastic whole single piece of artwork that even with a prequel and a sequel, it stands completely on its own.
I think that, like, the only criticisms I have... Well, first off, it's which version are we talking about, for one.
Yeah, did they say?
Probably not. Like,
I would assume the original.
Because, like, okay, well, because if you're looking at the PS2 version, it has massive frame rate issues.
Yes.
Like, throughout the entire playthrough.
Yes.
And then if you're talking the PS3 one, well,
it wasn't much of an improvement.
It still has the control problems, but like
its controls are. But that seems the same throughout, doesn't it?
No, they got fixed in the remake.
Oh, okay.
And then the PS4 one fixes all those problems, but then you realize the game is about 5 hours long. As long as you don't go,
but I'm not going to count that as a bad thing.
Yeah, I know. Like, but it's still something some people will bitch about.
Also, I spent a lot of time just exploring.
I didn't, but that's because I didn't feel like I had to, because like I was just like, well, I'm not getting any benefit out of exploring this place.
Sure. Well, okay, so like at the time, like for what that game was, like I had never seen anything like that in a game, just that sprawling ass map.
So that game was post WoW and post San Andreas for me.
Sure.
So for me, the thing I hadn't seen is those fucking boss fights. That music, that dun, dun,
oh, the music's so good.
Yeah, and just like you're just swaying on top of the giant. Like my dad even came in and watched me fight some of those bosses because he was like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
So yeah, great game, one of the best. That's it deserves its spot on top 100 for sure, and in my opinion, almost top 25.
Sure.
Number 30, Metal Gear Solid.
The first?
Yep, the OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually, in my opinion, a perfect spot for it. 30.
So, okay, but here's the question though: do you think this is the only Metal Gear Solid they picked?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
because I think 3 is better, and I think 4...
That's a thing. I was like, if they pick one, do you pick Solid? I would probably put in 3.
I'd probably put in 3 and or 2. Yeah, like it's. Yeah, no, totally, like... Granted, 1 has those great moments, the Psycho Mantis memory card, you like to play Castlevania.
Oh, yeah, no, like, I really liked 1.
The twist, do you know why? You enjoy all the killing, that's why. And I'm just like, oh, I'm a monster!
Well, it wasn't necessarily the introduction to all the crazy Kojima stuff, but...
But it was the, like, first mainstream introduction.
Yep.
And, like, they did Rumble, like, oh, your hand's probably sore from that torture, which was mashing the button here, put this on your arm. Vibrates. Yeah, right. I was like, God damn it, Kojima. You fucking brilliant man. I prefer the remake, but they're both goddamn masterpieces.
The radio frequency you had to find.
The fucking... oh my god. What do you mean the back of the package? I'm like checking everything in my inventory. And like, I eventually look at the box, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding.
The game box.
The back of the package.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you have got to be fucking... And I was like... And then, you know what the funny thing is? I forgot about that. And years later, I repeated the same shit on the GameCube. So...
Yep. So good.
Number 29, God of War 2018.
Oh, wow.
Okay, look, this game is really good, but I think it's a little too early. I think it's not as... It didn't blow my mind the way Red Dead did. I'm sorry. Like, right. It is technically proficient. It looks great. The combat feels good. They made Kratos a likable, relatable character somehow. Yep. Yeah, but like I just can't. It's too soon. Like top 100, I'd be willing to maybe even top 50, but not top.
This is 30. The first God of War game we've seen on this list.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You think?
Yeah, I think you put 1 on. The one I pick is 2.
Right.
But I understand why they went this route, because, like...
Yeah.
It's fresh in everyone's mind, and it's probably the best interpretation of Kratos, like, actually dealing with that, like, oh, maybe I am kind of a piece of shit. But the world needs me to be a piece of shit.
Considering the current... point of view, like from current times, like this God of War is probably the best God of War. Yeah,
but it's just like when you look at the history of that franchise and the fact that like, man, in 2005 that first one was a showpiece.
Yes.
And you look at 2 and you're like, man, that was the perfect send off for the PS2, and it still plays really well. And then 3 was just kind of like, a PS3 tech demo that was super awesome.
Right.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, I think a God of War game. I think you have to put one God of War game on here. They chose this one. I can't hold it against them.
Fine.
Number 28, The Witcher 3.
Haha. We've talked about that already.
Yeah, I think that the game is good. I think that the presentation is almost unmatched in its genre. I think that the music is great. I think that the story is very fucking up and down. I'm not really that engaged in the gameplay, and I think that there are parts of it that could be a lot better.
Sure.
I'd put it in the back 50s, personally.
Okay.
Number 27, BioShock. Ooh, this is hard.
This is a hard one.
Because I think that you have to put a Shock game in, right?
I mean, beyond System Shock 2.
Yeah, you have to put System Shock 2 or BioShock. Like, obviously. And the thing is like, BioShock means more to more people, right?
Yes.
Like, obviously. And, like, BioShock has that amazing speech.
Yep.
You know, like that amazing... hold on, let me pull it up.
Here, so I really need to use the restroom real bad. So if you want to read this speech for everyone,
yeah, hurry up though. Hurry up.
All right, yeah, I'll go fast.
All right. I am Andrew Ryan, and I am here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington. It belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican. It belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow. It belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture. A city where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can become your city as well. Alright, everyone, so I need you to all go send that in to several producers, etc., to get me an acting gig.
Okay.
Did you hear any of it?
I heard the ending portion.
Where the great would not be constrained by the small,
yes.
And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can be. It's
a good speech,
especially because like the camera, because the game is entirely in control of the camera at this point. So like, and I chose Rapture. Boom, lights, whole underwater city, and you're just like, oh shit.
That was a cool game.
If we are talking like best video game intro of all time,
man, from like just the plane crash and then enter, yeah,
that
whole thing,
like, and then you get the splicers, and then you get the power, and like you get the lightning power. Oh, dude.
Like when you're in, like, once you get like acclimated to what the game is and what it's about, it's like, okay, yes.
And then and that story, and even the ending, like,
yeah,
it's just like a man chooses, a slave obeys, and he gives you the golf club, and you beat him to fucking death, and then of course, would you kindly?
Mm-hmm.
Would you kindly? Would you just fucking. God damn it! Now I want to go play BioShock. Yeah, fuck it.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Civ 4.
Civ 4.
I think 5.
I would say 5.
Yeah, like I think 5's the one, but okay.
Maybe Civ fans could attest.
Yeah, like I started playing at 4. I like 4, but
okay.
Like, okay, number 25 is way too low.
All right.
This game is a top 10 game. IGN, you silly bitches. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Oh boy.
This game is the game that made it so 3D action controls made sense.
Yeah.
This game... Okay, let's put how well good this game is. Ray played it for the first time in 2017 for a Let's Play, and he thought it was fantastic. I replayed it for the first time since 2011 on the DS. I was trying to stay ahead of him so I could guide him when he needed it.
Yeah.
And my entire time playing through was like, man, this game still holds up really well. Obviously, the DS version made some tweaks to make it play better, but like,
sure,
still, like, damn.
Yep.
That's one of the best, most influential games of all time. One thing I am kind of glad about is they aren't just throwing it at number one like most people tend to do.
Yeah.
What's weird, though, is, like, seeing this, and, like, normally it's like this in Final Fantasy VII, like, attached at the hip.
I love that 7 is down in the 90s.
That's so weird.
Still, like,
so
having
weird.
read through all this, this is so weird, but okay.
Number 24, Minecraft.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not... Here's the thing. People are like, bro, like, I've had this conversation before. I don't like Minecraft because it doesn't give me a goal or an objective or anything. And I know people are going to say, but you love Mario Maker. The thing about Mario Maker is you have a goal or objective. Make a fun Mario level.
I have to say, I remember getting, I think it was the alpha when it came, the alpha came out, and I remember getting that.
What year was that? That was,
oh God, I can't even.
That was when we were in college once. What, right?
Were we in college? Yeah, I don't think it was while I was in high school. It had to have been. I don't know. It had to have been high school, right? Anyway.
Well, I'm going to look up when the Minecraft alpha hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I played it, and I didn't really get it. It felt like a limited Lego playground.
Okay, so the alpha came out in May 2009. So we were in the end of our junior year.
Yeah.
And then the beta date came out in December of 2010. So we were just in the beginning of college. And then the actual release date, well, no, I want the finished product date. Okay, so the finished product date was November 18th, 2011, so our sophomore year of college.
So my first couple playthroughs of Minecraft, I messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that only now that I've started playing Minecraft fairly regularly. And that is, I tried playing the normal survival mode with the creepers or whatever coming after you. And I was like, this is unpleasant. Why would anyone do this? So I switched to a creative mode where I could just, go just build whatever the hell I wanted. Or I guess that creative mode. Did creative mode come later? I forget.
I don't, dude. You were asking me the wrong.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm asking the wrong question. But anyway, so there was a survival mode with the creepers, and you had to, build your house to survive and figure out what makes what. And I just didn't find that fun, and so I stopped. And then came back, for creative stuff, and just could make whatever I wanted. And it was still this is fun and all, but if I wanted to just build blocks of whatever I wanted, I would rather do Lego. I'd have a little more freedom with my imagination and all that. So then I came in this year, and it's probably been tweaked and made better over time. But the survival mode, I get it. I'm now working on an island with a few people, and I've been working on a baseball field, and I've been working on a minecart track that goes around the island and hitting everyone's houses, and it's fun. And then if you're getting with other people, and you're all making your own things, and you're exploring together and doing that, and there's something to it for sure. But yeah, you have to make your own fun, which if you're by yourself may not be so easy, but if you've got friends with you, it can be done.
Goes back
and
to
I
that.
Totally get it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, 23, Halo, Combat Evolved.
Hell yeah, Halo.
That game was another one where I played it for the first time in a while, not that long ago, and man, there are parts of it that are a little rough, like the fact that it runs at 30. The fact that some of the level layouts are a bit repetitive, but man, that combat is just so good. It feels so right.
Yep.
And the vehicles are super fun, and there's just so much design stuff. There's some design stuff that I thought the Gears 5 people could have learned from it. Because there are multiple points in the first Halo where they're like, here's a vehicle, here's a semi-open world area, figure the map out.
Right.
And Gears sort of does that, but fails miserably. Versus Halo, which did it very right.
Yeah.
And then of course the LAN multiplayer, carrying your Xbox and your CRT TV over to a friend's house, linking Xboxes up, or doing split screen with your family, like just magical experience. Then you factor in the PC version, which yes, the single player visuals were not as good as the Xbox version because Gearbox did a crappy port, as is Gearbox's tradition. But man, that multiplayer was fantastic. 22, Half-Life, another big, influential, important game.
Yep.
That's another one where like that was a case where like, oh, this is why PC gaming is so far ahead. This is why. This game is why.
Yeah. Yep. No, I get it. That's a good pick.
Number 21. I think this should be higher. I think this should be top 10.
Okay.
Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
There we are. All right.
That amazing ass theme song. You're still in a dream, Snake Eater.
Are you comfortable with Metal Gear Solid 3 above games like Half-Life and Halo 1?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I'm still finding new shit about Metal Gear Solid 3 15 years later. Like, I just found out recently that you could throw the animals you caught at guards. I thought they were just for eating.
Right?
And I was just like, no, that's a thing you could do. Or, like, if you want to, you could go do this side mission where you blow up their whole, like, supply base, and then that makes them, like, starving, and it makes it easier to get past the next area. And, like, all this shit that's just, like, I keep learning all this shit about this game 15 years later, and I'm like, I just thought it was a fun, weird action game.
Yeah.
You know, but no, could you, like, and, like, there's a real, like, wildlife economy going on, or, like, ecology going on, and you only find certain animals at certain times, and, like, and of course, the prison level, like, there's this point in the prison level where, like, if you have, like, a bottle of ketchup, you can, like, play it on the ground and lie on it, and the guard will think you bled out and you knock him out. Or you can throw up, he'll go check on you. You can poison yourself and cause yourself to throw up by spinning in circles.
Oh my god.
Like, there's all kinds of crazy shit in that game. If you want to know why that game is incredible, go watch Super Bunny Hop's critique of it. It's a campy, goofy, weird, it's everything I want in a Metal Gear game.
Yep. Okay.
And it's also not constrained by a lot of the roots of the series because it's a prequel.
Yeah.
Number 20. I think this is about a perfect spot for this game, The Last of Us.
Oh.
I remember when I reviewed that game, I gave it a 5 out of 5. I said it's the closest thing I've ever played to a perfect game at the time. I think some of the encounters are a little janky when it comes to stealth, but that's all I can say about it. The story is one of the best stories in the game I've ever seen. I was actually mad when they announced the sequel at first, because the ending is so ambiguous and left up to you to be like, did he do the right thing?
Oh, that's fun.
I don't know. You, the viewer, decide. How shitty are your own morals? And like every person I've showed that game to, they think it's a fucking masterpiece. It's just I get why you don't dig it, man.
Yeah,
It's It's very much a dark, grounded, fucking watch humanity devolve experience.
But I feel that in the gameplay, and that's what makes it not work for me.
Yeah, like they put that in the gameplay of like, here, fighting another human is a struggle.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that was.
No, I get it.
It's it's not.
I just can't. That's fine.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, man. I get it. 19 Doom. We've gone over this.
Yep, we did before it even got here.
Deserves to be maybe a little higher even.
Sure.
Chrono Trigger. That's a game that should be in the top 10. That's probably the best JRPG of all time. I played that game almost 17 years after it first came out, and I thought it was better than most new games I was playing at the time.
Okay.
So, and it was the RPG Dream Team. You had Enix, and you had Square, and you had the art of Akira Toriyama, the Dragon Ball guy, all coming together to make a super RPG. And they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, number 17, Portal. This is hard because
that's a hard one.
It's a really good game. It's very important. It's really high because it's just like this 1-2 hour thing.
Yeah.
And it's like a 2-hour thing. It's very in and out. It's a great thing. Like, it's a cool idea. But it's like this, like the sequel, it almost feels like a tech demo for the sequel. Is the problem I have with it.
Right.
Like,
well,
it's a fucking great 2 hours though. Like I played through it with my room.
No.
What did we drop? Did we drop? We dropped. Hey, everyone, we'll pause it. We'll be back right quick. Nope. I'm back.
I'm here.
Okay.
I don't know how we recovered, but yes.
Okay. We are the opening band. Alright, so
I like Portal.
Portal's great. Portal's a wonderful experience. I showed it to my roommate for the first time last year. She really liked it, but she also agrees, like, yeah, it is kind of on the shorter side.
Well, yeah.
So, next up is Dark Souls. I think
okay.
I think you need to swap in Bloodborne, but okay.
Yeah.
Number 15, Street Fighter 2. Okay, so you're forgetting a word in this. 2 words. Super and Turbo. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That's the one you need, because that's the one where Street Fighter became Street Fighter. That's the one where you had the full roster, the full soundtrack. It was as good as it's gonna get until Alpha and 3 and 4.
I'm trying to remember the version that was at Roller Kingdom, the one that I.
How many characters were in it, or do you remember?
Oh God, I couldn't even remember.
Because
I think all the characters that I remember were in the original Street Fighter 2. So
was DJ in it?
No.
Was T-Hawk in it?
I just remember the main characters. It was, Ryu, Ken, Guile, Dhalsim, E Honda.
Okay, so was Blanca in it?
Yes.
Then I want to say that's Championship Edition.
See, that's what I think is. I think that's what I had was Champions Edition. That's the one I was exposed to.
So, but yeah, Super 2 Turbo is the one you want.
I see.
But yeah, okay, you have to put Street Fighter 2. That's like, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Super Mario Bros. It saved video games.
Yep.
Like, in all honesty, it should probably be number 1.
I'm having a feeling I'm gonna know what number 1 is, because if Ocarina of Time's that far down, there's usually one. Yeah, if it's not Ocarina of Time or Super Mario Bros., you can usually take a good guess at what number 1 is from this point on. But yeah, Super Mario Brothers.
Number 13, Halo 2.
Wow. Oh, I guess, online.
Yeah, like, it revolutionized online is the thing. Like,
yeah, that's
like
the thing.
That was the first game that did the party system. It used to be it used to be, hey, go find a server.
Right.
You know, it's like, okay, guys, we're gonna be on server. You know, butts.
Mm-hmm.
Doing like I remember Project Gotham. It's like, okay, we're gonna be doing the Nürburgring, 6 laps, all Enzos. The server is named butts. The password is swope. Or whatever.
Right.
Like it's like something stupid like that. Then, like games were doing that all the way up until like Halo 3 came out. Like Gears did that. Like Gears did that shit where it's like, okay,
I remember Gears doing that.
If you want to play ranked Gears with each other, so we're gonna play ranked Gears, and okay, we're gonna be doing the canals, best of 5 on this. Okay, search. Okay, go. Damn it. Okay, you must be in the other server. Hold on, I'm kicking out right now. Hurry up, guys! It's filling up. The server's filling up. We're gonna have to kick someone out.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a fucking nightmare. That was the first game where it was just like, hey, you press a button and it finds you 4 other dudes to fight. And then Halo 3 perfected it by saying, hey, vote for a map.
Yep.
Number 12, Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
Also, going back to Halo 2 real quick, that was the first game I ever saw the big Slurpee Cup routine for. And it's also the first game that, that was the game that finally, that went from, I play video games and like video games to, I'm getting involved in online communities and writing about video games and watching machinima and becoming a nerd and wasting my life.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Halo. Without you, this podcast probably wouldn't be happening right now.
Dude, actually, without Halo, this podcast would not exist.
We wouldn't probably be as good of friends as we are now.
Yeah, Halo 3.
Social Distortion, Halo, and hot girls in our theater class. That's what it was all about, buddy.
High school.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah,
that's one of 2 games that has a whole genre named after it. So, I played some of it fairly recently on a Halloween stream also. It still holds up. It's a great game.
Okay.
Alright, so we have our last Grand Theft Auto. I'm going to confirm it now. Number 11, which this should really be in the top 10. You have to have a Grand Theft Auto in the top 10. Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
It's the best-selling game of all time at this point, I believe.
If we're not counting, whatever it was.
It is third.
Third.
So, number 1 is Minecraft at 176 million.
Yeah.
Followed by Tetris at 170 million.
Okay.
Then GTA 5 at 110.
Okay.
Wii Sports at 82 million. And then PUBG at 50 million.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Which is impressive for GTA 5 being full price.
Yeah, right? And still full price.
Yeah.
Jesus. Who doesn't own Grand Theft Auto 5 yet? Why is it in the best-selling games list every month? I bought 3 copies.
Well, there you go.
I have a PS4 copy, I had a PS3 copy, and I have a PC copy.
Yep. That game is fantastic in multiple ways. Just being a sandbox to run around in.
Great parody of Los Angeles. Have you ever driven around Southern California?
Sure.
Confirmed with people. I have been there a lot because of E3, and man, did it multiple points. I was like, yep, this feels like I'm at E3. So, yeah.
Man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's hard to leave 4 off the top 100, but when 5 is what it is.
And they already put San Andreas and Vice City.
And they already put... Vice City's... I don't have the historical understanding for that one with San Andreas already on there.
Yeah, I feel like you could drop Vice City for 4. They both have really good narratives. They both have really good music. I just think 4's story hits a lot harder. Plus, I mean, if you count those 2 DLCs as part of 4, oh damn, dude, that's a lot of game.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this should be in the top 10. Like, I think we could move one of these other 10 down one.
I'm excited to hear.
Alright, number 10, Super Mario 64.
I don't know if you can move that one down.
You can't get that out of a top 10 list. It's the game that figured out 3D.
Yeah.
Like, it's the game that said, okay, no, guys, we got this.
Check this out.
Check this
Penguins.
out. Yep. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Here, listen to this rampant banjo music as you climb this clock tower over and over and over again, trying to get this star and go crazy.
I will.
Oh god, I know Ray wanted to see me do a Let's Play of that game because he knew it would break me as a human. I told him I would do it. I would do it eventually. I will break myself for charity. I streamed 50 some odd hours of Mario for charity once.
I'm sure there are people that would watch it.
Yeah, so that deserves a spot. Number 9, Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, the first. Well, yeah.
Well, technically it's second, but
I mean, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
In the top 10?
That's a great game. It's definitely a top 50. I think you could argue a top 25, but like that, like
I don't know. Like, I don't think so.
It's a really good game. I played through it recently. I played through it right before 2 came out, so I'd have it fresh in my mind. It still holds up in a lot of ways. It's a lot of fun. It's just it's really hard to put it above GTA 5.
Yep.
And GTA 4. Like, I'd say it and GTA 4 are about on almost even footing, but like 9? You're telling
above
me,
Super Mario 64,
above Chrono Trigger, above Snake Eater, above all these like Persona and like all this, like, that's a hard no.
Yeah, no.
Nah, son. Like I said, easily top 50, arguably top 25. No. Number 8, Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This was a game that, if you updated the graphics, you could sell it as a brand new game. Like, if you just wiped everyone's memories that this ever existed, put it in a prettier package, the design feels like 2019 design.
Sure.
In a game that came out in 2004.
Yeah.
Like, that game was so far ahead of the curve, it was disgusting. There's a reason why people are fucking going bananas over even the mention of Half-Life 3 because of how good the first 2 were. No, of course. Number 7, Tetris.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta. Okay.
Yeah, no, you absolutely do. It's lower than I expected.
Yeah. Tetris 99, obviously number 1.
Absolutely.
Number 6, Super Mario Bros. 3.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay, number 5, Breath of the Wild.
Wow.
Right?
I love that game.
I do too.
Love it.
It's gonna be in the best of the generation list for sure.
Absolutely, and one of the best Zeldas.
Arguably the best Zelda, one of the top 3 for sure. But like, bruh,
maybe it's too soon still. Like, I know it's been a while, but still.
Like, it's been 2 years 2.5 years at this point. Like, and even then, I feel like it still feels so fresh because it had a year's worth of DLC.
I feel like we have to be separated by a generation.
Not only that, but it's just like, I don't know if it did anything that like was new. Like, it's fucking a great game.
They got that combination of things that have been done in other games, and they did it really well.
Yeah,
and it was a refresh of a
of a very tired franchise at this point.
But an illustrious franchise.
Yeah, absolutely. But like after Skyward Sword, dude, I was so tired of the traditional Zelda. Like if they would have came out with like, here's Zelda Switch or Zelda Wii U, like you're gonna go to the fire dungeon and you're gonna go to the ice dungeon and you're gonna go to the plant dungeon.
Yep.
And you're gonna get all these magic MacGuffins and fight the pig man.
Yep.
Like, I would have been like, yeah, I'm done.
It's interesting.
Yeah, like I would love
interesting thought.
I would love to pick their staff brain on this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just think I think it's top 50. I think it has the same problem Red Dead 2 has of like it's too soon. Like it and Red Dead 2 are of the same caliber. In fact, I've had multiple discussions with people about which is better. I personally think they're about even. It's just that they do different things well in the same genre. Red Dead is about, here, we are giving you the world, do something with it, versus Zelda, which is, here, we're going to go give you a stick, go survive.
That's a lot to unpack. I feel like you could do a whole podcast. Like,
we should do that sometime once you get to Red Dead 2.
Sure.
4, Super Metroid.
Wow. All right.
I think it and Prime should switch spots personally, but
for what it did, I guess.
Yeah. You know. Number 3, Portal 2.
What?
I love it. I love this list for this purpose alone. This game does not get enough credit. It is a fucking masterpiece.
It's a great game. It's a wonderful game.
I mean, in my opinion, like I did a playthrough of it last year on stream with Steph. My only real complaint is my complaint when I reviewed it, and I gave it a 9.5 out of 10, was every now and then figuring out where to fucking go. Like, not the puzzle, but where to physically put the fucking thing on the wall is hard sometimes.
And you just gotta go get a sandwich.
Yeah. Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past is number 2.
Alright.
And number 1, okay... This list is playing to my sensibilities in these top 3. Number 1, Super Mario World.
Yeah, I had a feeling that after I heard 3, and then... Yeah.
This top 10's weird.
It's weird! That is super weird.
So, anyway. That's that list. God... Can't believe that. It's madness, dude. Madness.
I know that there are the people who are like in games journalism and have been doing it for years and years and could probably criticize those older games critically, considering the time period and everything. Or also the people that don't really care too much about top 10 lists and importance of placement, because how could you really?
I mean, yeah, but like on the other
I would also love to hear them try to break down like how would you break down a totally serious top 10 list?
Right, because like look, all of these you can't really do it.
Yeah,
like
there's always going to be a wrong answer,
because like for reals. How the fuck is Rise of the Tomb Raider like there are multiple things on this list where you'd be like, how the fuck did this happen?
100 is you can't really do a top 10 without like someone picking out something that's like, yeah, you know what, I can see that being wrong. Like
doing a top 100, like doing a top 10 best games ever is like the most difficult shit already.
Yeah.
Like think about that. Like come. Let's do the top 10 games of all time, Aaron. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about influence. How well do they hold up now? How good were they then?
Yep.
You know? Are they technical marvels? Are they about story? How do you compare a shooter versus an RPG? You know, that entire list didn't have Quake on it. Didn't have Unreal on it. Didn't have,
no Devil May Cry.
No DMC. No Bayonetta.
No Bayonetta.
No Telltale or David Cage. A lot of people would say those are important. Only one fighting game.
Yeah. What? Well, okay, there's two. There was Street Fighter and then there was Soul Calibur.
Right, okay, still one 3D, one 2D.
So no Tekken.
Like, no Tekken, but Tekken's huge. That's a big, important game in history.
That's huge.
Marvel vs. Capcom, like, the fighting game genre alone has, like, 10 different games you could argue are, like, one of the best games ever.
Yep.
No Kingdom Hearts game was on there.
Nope.
It's, like, this is why doing a, like, best of all time, especially, like, a top 100 or a top 10.
Right.
Like, I think what you would have to do is you'd have to, like, make a bunch of criteria where, like, okay, only one representative per 2D version of a series and per 3D version of a series.
Yeah.
So, like, for Mario, that trims it down to you get one 3D and one 2D.
Man, even then, like... Oh.
And then beyond that, you only get one per franchise. So, you get one Metal Gear.
Right.
That's actually kind of why I like Screw Attack, because that's one of their rules, is only one per franchise.
That's an interesting, yeah.
Because you have to think, like, 4 of this list was Zelda?
Right.
3 was Grand Theft Auto? Like, it's like, do we, so that, there's, yeah, like, these lists are hard, man.
I'm looking at the Metacritic top 100 of all time, and I want to apply the one per franchise rule and see what happens.
Let's see. I'm going to do the game rankings version. They've been around a long. All-time best. I'm going to base it off at least 20 reviews. Okay, so then this would go Mario Galaxy, Ocarina of Time. We would skip 2 Mario games on a Zelda. Grand Theft Auto 4. We would skip another Grand Theft Auto. Soul Calibur. Red Dead 2. Uncharted 2. Orange Box. Metroid Prime. Arkham City, Resident Evil 4, Tekken, Mass Effect, Last of Us, Halo, Half-Life 2, Skyrim, BioShock, Gran Turismo, Journey. So, like, that's...
on a similar list, but...
Because, like, you doing that on the top 10, there's 3 Grand Theft Autos, 2 Zeldas, and 3 Marios.
Yep. At 97 here, NFL 2K1 for the Dreamcast.
Well deserved. That is a bomb-ass game, friend.
With a user score of 6.3. Because, I don't know, people.
Yeah, like, just like NFL 2K1 on here is like 94.5.
Right.
Like, people like to neg sports games a lot, because,
well, of course they do.
Sports ball. People are jerks.
Because it was perfected after the street games, and no one could do any better.
Whatever helps you sleep tonight, bud. But no, like, even if you, like, if I lower it down to 10 reviews, then, it, like, the list gets even fucking weirder, but also it ends up, like, populating with, like, even more, like, sequels.
Right.
Like, it's...
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, franchises do get a certain advantage, let's be real.
Yep.
Because of how many multiple ones there are.
Yep. No, it's weird. And, I don't know. It's always hard. And I get it.
But, can't wait for Game of the Year next year.
That's the thing, is it's fun to talk about this stuff. At the end of the day, it's just fun.
Yeah, like, it's my, it gets heated, but, like, we're not doing a traditional Game of the Year this year, thank God.
Right? No, it's going to be nuts.
Especially because I would be passionate about, like, 2 games, so I would fight for them extra hard. It'd be like, your condo may cry over my dead body.
Oh, also, I did a Metacritic user score all time, and the top four spots are all Witcher 3, followed by Last of Us.
You're hurting me.
But hey, at the fourth place, it's Vanquish.
Okay. Interesting.
We're just interesting, but you know what? Vanquish is a cool game.
It is. So we've got a little bit of Star Wars news. So we have an official release date for that last movie.
Yes.
It is going to be the December 20th, or the night of the 19th, if you're like myself. Mm-hmm. And going to go the first possible ticket you can get.
Yep.
And also, we've got some early reviews of the Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian.
Oh.
The Jon Favreau helmed Star Wars series.
Okay.
Lucasfilm held a press event in LA where journalists got hands-on to see the first 27 minutes. And the quotes are, "As awesome as you want it to be. A, quote, samurai-infused space western you always wanted."
All right.
Music sets the tone, done by Black Panther composer Ludwig Göransson, and a strong samurai western vibe. So,
interesting.
I'm down to check it out. I like me some Star Wars, and they haven't done me wrong yet when it comes to movies. Well,
sure.
Other than Episode 2, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about Episode 2. Didn't happen.
Yeah, Episode 2, I don't know.
Didn't happen. Just it goes 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Star Wars story stuff. Alright, man. Well, I think that's about it. You excited for that Star Wars movie? You gonna get that?
You know, that's the thing. I go to the movies that I think are... I try to go to the movies that are culturally relevant, but tends to be like nerd cultural relevant, so like the comic book movies and things like that. So Star Wars, yeah. Like I'm not as crazy about Star Wars as I used to be, for sure. But like I'm kidding myself if I'm gonna do what I did the last two times, which is I'm gonna say I'm probably not gonna see it, and then like day of I'm like, are there any seats available? And then totally find one, and then see it day one.
Wow, my theater, my primary theater, the fancy one, doesn't have pre-orders up yet.
Oh man,
what about the crappy theater? What if I'm willing to slum it? What if I'm willing to slum it for Star Wars? Yeah. All right.
I mean, why not? That'll probably be a livelier crowd.
Probably. I don't know. My Avengers crowd went fucking bananas.
Sure.
Okay, so I don't want to go to the downtown theater. That's just punishment. Alright, what about the Summit? Oh, dude, the Summit is... Alright, let's go to the Summit at 7. Gives me 2 hours after work. General admission 2 tickets.
All the good seats are taken.
Runtime air. It won't even show the seats. It's just like, dude, don't even try. Alright, what about 10:45 at night? Runtime air, dear God.
Is it giving you prices?
Yeah, $11.50.
Okay.
Why? What's up?
I'm getting 1962.
Ooh.
Because they know this is Star Wars.
Oh, dude, you know that's what's going to be at the Nice Theater, though. They just haven't put their tickets up yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, this is a Nice Theater, yeah.
Yeah, so our Nice Theater is like, we're not selling them yet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yep.
I'm excited, dude. Last Star Wars for a while.
Well, yeah, like...
or, obviously we're going to have a TV series in that game, but,
Yep.
We have... Speaking of, that game has been... A lot of press has been coming out of incredibly positive this past month.
Really?
There was a preview event down in LA. Lots of good story stuff came out of it. Here's hoping that they pull it off. Because I hear it's like Metroid Prime mixed with Zelda, mixed with Uncharted.
Dude.
So, here's hoping.
Okay.
Here's, I want a fucking Jedi game to be good. This. I mean, goddamn, No More Heroes is the best Jedi game.
Look, the Jedi games are fine.
They're okay. They're good for what they are. But I mean, come on.
I have fun with them.
Would you rather play No More Heroes though?
Those controls.
You move the controller to chop people's heads off.
I do like that. Yeah.
They did the motion controls right. They didn't use it to attack. They didn't use it for shit. They used it for wrestling moves and for finishers. That was it.
I like that game in theory. I just don't, for whatever reason.
Well,
me and the Wii never really got along.
The third one's a coming, and it's going to use normal controls. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. What if I want? Fine. I will go to the crappy theater at 11 at night.
Okay.
So $9.
Mm-hmm.
Literally any seat I want.
Yep.
I can literally book all of them.
All right.
Let's do this. But yeah. So no.
Yeah, I'll probably see it. Real quick.
I'll. If I can't get it at the good theater, I'll probably wait a day or two. But if I can get it at the good theater, I'll go Oh wait, hold on. Oh, okay. So the good theater isn't selling it yet, but they do have their times. So
okay.
6, 6:30, 7, 8:45, 9:45, 10:15, 10:45. If I have to, I'll get out of the movie at 1 at night.
Yep.
Won't be the first time. I need me some Star Wars, bro.
I'll be very interested to see how they decide to conclude this.
I'm going to probably watch through the entire series before this happens.
There'll definitely be some showings for that if you don't want to do it at home.
I have the original trilogy, and I have 7 at home.
Okay.
And I have Rogue One. I don't have 8 or Solo. But I don't feel Solo is needed, and I can buy a copy of 8.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Oh, the Last Jedi director, who is not directing this new one, reacts to the Skywalker trailer on Twitter. Quote, "Oh my god, I love Star Wars." Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, so it went from J.J. Abrams to Rian Johnson to J.J. Abrams.
Yep.
Alright, well, anyway, guys, it's been a good week. We'll see you on next Tuesday.
Yes.
I'm Bronson. This is Aaron.
Hey. Bye.
Bye. Love you guys.
Have a good week.